we last left off, you guys were in the basement of the warehouse, at the Windhall Haulage, investigating and trying to track down the 2 assistants from Professor Haish, who had apparently taken to hiding out at this place and whatever criminal enterprise happened to exist. You came to discover that yes, they were indeed there. However, they were not willingly hiding out anymore because they had been converted into some sort of undead zombie, which then attacked you amidst a completed demonic summoning ritual from some sort of wizard. And so the dwarf chased the wizard down, finished him off in a escape tunnel, and drug the body back. You guys are now picking up the pieces, figuring things out. Andy's character is outside still resting and recovering to maybe eventually join back in at some later point. In the meantime, you guys have what you have. Alan was taken out in the fight. He's laying unconscious on the ground. Everybody else is otherwise there. The dwarf wanders back in with the wizard, and you guys can now have time to look around and explore.
I am spending my experience points.
Okay, where did you spend your experience points?
I spent mine on
Tracking, okay.
Crossbow.
Okay. That?
I don't know. I have 10 more experience
I
points
haven't thought about it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
that I can't spend. 10.
Yeah, 10's useless.
Everything I have is 15 or more.
Yeah.
Even skills?
Yeah.
Same.
Every skill I can develop is at least 5 ranks already. So at 6, I need 15.
Good job, Matt.
I'm gonna put 3 ranks into cool.
Okay.
It's like probably cool.
Yeah, that must be nice. I wish I could do that. Ooh, I could have. No, I'm already at 10 ranks.
3 ranks into Intimidate for my main character, and for my side character, he is saving up. Or no,
Side piece.
he is spending his XP to gain the pay magic.
Hey, what's up, young man?
Okay.
Every fucking time.
I was going to see what you're eating.
Are we supposed to have the blood splatters for the creatures that we killed, so we can just double clock them? Or does that not work in this?
I'm not 100% sure. It does actually work in this.
Okay, I didn't know if you were still doing that or not.
I will move the blood splatter for the wizard. I'll move out.
I killed that wizard.
That's
all
fine.
by myself, guys.
With 1 hit.
Sure, the rest of the group had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I thought you just walked up and battle axed him into the ground.
No, he took several hits.
Okay.
Left me alone with a demon that I couldn't hurt.
I'm sorry, I was
You
upstairs
weakened it
cowering.
until Thad was able to finish it off.
I got punched in the forehead.
That is hilarious, and I have to high five the little halfling.
I got punched
I'm
in
gonna
the nose,
heal
and my
him.
character just died.
You gonna do surgery or are you gonna
you got
actually
it.
heal him?
Yeah,
I'm going to
that was a
use,
tough situation being right there.
I'm going to
It's unfortunate I couldn't
heal
see
test
him.
outside
Oh
combat
my,
round.
that's a big
So
one.
surgery.
Okay.
Can I loot the zombies, see if they have anything?
They don't have anything. They're
Oh.
zombies.
But they had clubs.
You're welcome to take their clubs.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I'd like to then
And
search their room.
I can assist
Okay.
you.
So you still heal him.
Fucking hell.
You still heal him.
Yeah.
It's just based off of whatever the skill is.
Intelligence.
And
bonus.
whatever your
Plus
intelligence
your
bonus
SL.
plus the SL.
Okay, so I got 0 SL, so
Whatever
it'll
your
just be
intelligence
my.
bonus is.
So you're healed for 3 points. No, 5.
5 points.
5 points.
I was like, what?
Well, yeah.
I'm curious
I got a
because
54
you're already.
intelligence.
Is
You were already at like 5?
Intelligence?
How'd you get to there?
First hit, then hit knocked me out of the combat. Would that have reduced me to 0 as well?
How did it knock you out? Do a
I
critical?
used a fate point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that wouldn't have changed your hit points then. It just knocked you out. Okay. I was trying to figure out if you had already gotten some healing somehow.
I assume I'm not dead anymore.
I thought somebody did discuss trying to force feed him a potion, but I think that guy. Maybe that was the last fight.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
last
the Tolman is working on Alan for several minutes while the rest of you gather around. The dwarf drags in the bloody body of a wizard, dumping him on the ground. From his decorations and so forth, he seems to have, seems to definitely be a wizard of some sort. Sort of a Arabian style to his clothing and look.
You don't have the same things up that we had last time, by the way, for clicker skill.
Were you thinking the same thing?
Yeah, I do. You should select your character, then it should show up.
Araby is not a very.
Oh, on the map, select my character.
Yeah.
Nope.
Araby is very much dead.
Still don't have anything.
Doesn't show up on the top left.
Nope. Well,
Is
let
that
me
the,
put it to you
it's-
this way: unless I need to click on
Just
something else.
You just unplug my monitor.
It's
No, I plugged in my computer.
Okay, well,
Hey, there is a
you
cord
just
down there.
killed the. Just
Well, I did not do such things.
There's a power.
The timing was purely coincidental.
This is not the Georgia. Right?
okay. Now I can see the map again. Now the monitor's back on.
Cracks me up. All the adults looked at you like,
Plug it in.
well,
That's
you're
on the
taking
monitor.
care of it
I
now.
didn't do it.
All the old men looked at you like, you're okay, sure.
He is an
I
adult,
would-
so he doesn't get.
I would
that
say all the
anymore.
techies, but that's Matt. So
I am more technically advanced than Steve. Damn it.
I'll be right.
That's my
that's
only
not
claim to
saying
fame.
much.
I don't care.
Steve, a complete Luddite.
Oh my god. You have no idea how bad he is.
I'm spending my XP on toughness.
Did we
Toughness.
play with him in high school?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck, why can't I remember what he
Do you
looks like?
remember? Okay, and I know you were
may,
part of
you
this.
may
and
not have much.
You
There
know,
was he the muscular guy?
No.
he.
There was one
And
guy
he was
in our group,
muscular, but not
He
like
is
overly
a-
so.
There's a, okay.
compared to the rest of us
There was-
nerds
there were-
at the time.
There were three people
My dad
that
was
were,
also
were
tiny.
muscular because they worked out all the time. One was Steve, one was Jeff, which I know you remember Jeff. He passed away recently.
Yeah.
And then there was his
He
buddy
was
Dave.
a really big guy,
No,
right?
Jeff
That's
was a
Joel.
very little bitty guy. No, Joel was a really big guy.
Okay, Joel, I remember.
Jeff and Dave were best buddies, and they used to hang out at each other's house and work out together. Steve was the guy who just worked out on his own all the time. He was a very fit dude. Even to this day, he's a fit dude.
I think the issue is you didn't really play the games that much with that group because that was more after high school, after everybody had come back from wherever they had gone with the military,
Yeah, I was
etc.
gone.
Yeah, you were gone at that point. In high school, we had a different group that we were playing with most of the time.
I only played with you in high school. I didn't play with you for years until
So
like
eventually you came
years
back.
and years after that. I played with you when I came back out of the military, and I was married at the time when I started playing with you, but you were living with Buzz, and I can only remember Buzz. God, that's horrible. Like, I literally, I remember Mary. That's it.
Anyway,
It's horrible that I played with Mary in a role playing game, and I cannot remember her name.
Seriously?
Yes, Mary's actually freaking vicious, dude.
is she
She is.
She's good, but well, I don't mean vicious and bad. I mean as in she played the game and did a decent job.
Mary and Jim, Valerie's uncle, were curious about the game because we were playing it every week over at their house, and they said, "Well, we'll give it a try." So they joined in with a game. We set up a game, and everything was going fine for the first couple of hours, and then they finished a fight and got some loot.
This is great. I love this
Okay.
story.
And our group tends to be, we have 100 gold. We got 5 players. Everybody gets 20 gold. Let's share the wealth.
Right.
Their view was, I killed the guy. I took his coin purse. That's mine.
Or that's pretty. I think it looks good. It's mine.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play that way.
Yes.
And
That's what we told them.
and
We're
that,
like, hey.
that was ultimately the debate. And it got rather heated.
There's no arguing that. It's like, if you want to play that way, I understand there's long-term consequences to that. That's fine. I can also be a complete douchebag.
Well, and I laid out the different options for everybody, and the end result was it was the group in general didn't like that atmosphere, and they didn't like the opposing atmosphere, so that was the last time they played. So
But
no, this was interesting, but no, not for us.
I thought it was funny, and I thought she did a great job. Even role playing that portion of it when it was in the game, rather than out. She did a great job. She's like, "No, I killed them. It's mine." And I was like, "Oh, all right." And the rest of the group, and the rest of the people were like, "Oh."
The rest of the group who had passed over the body because they figured, well, they're going to get a share anyways,
Yes.
are getting offended by it.
And therein lies the danger of that mentality. It's like, I killed this guy. I'm the main tank. But I'm going to spend 4 rounds looting this fucking
I'm
guy.
going to stop and
while the
ignore
mage
the other
gets
guy.
his ass whooped.
Because I want my part.
Yeah.
And then eventually your rogue gets fucking killed because everybody just looks at it and goes, you're the thief who's got everybody's shit.
I think it's a very short-term approach, but to her credit, she embraced it fully. She was not budging.
It was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, I could see where it'd be hilarious in that context, especially as you being a younger guy. You got the mom figure there.
It also made it a little awkward because this was the first time she had played with the group.
Yeah.
At her own house. And everybody's saying, well, I don't want to offend you, but you're an idiot.
It was just a way to play. The issue, I think, that all came down, the only reason why the group, in the end, I think, other than the group, there were a lot of kids in that.
No.
They were people that were younger than me, or at least I felt like not as understanding as you was. Even I was more understanding than some of those people at that time.
Yeah. I mean, it was a mixed experience group, but we had some of our other players who had all learned the group party is a share. Everybody gets equal amounts. And the mistake I think we made was we didn't establish that at the start.
Right.
I covered the fact that, okay, you guys are all a team, but I took it for granted that everybody understands gold is shared, which is apparently not a universal thing. So, fine.
I'd be like going into combat going, dude, I'm out of ammo! Sucks for you, man!
Right.
It'd be like, what?
Guess you're useless. Bang!
No, you're not useless. Run forward. They've got ammo up there.
That's right. I mean, I'm all for playing a game that way, but I agree with you. It's a very short-term mentality because you're going to have the fighter who ignores the threats to get the gold.
There's only one reason why I gave him 35 gold. Is that what I gave you?
Because you trust him.
I know. It's because I was like, group's starving for cash, and I'm loaded down. Here you go.
Yeah, you hold this.
No, I don't. Shut up.
Nothing but faith.
That word is stricken from everyone's vocabulary. It's not allowed to be used at any point in time during any game session.
I have faith you can survive this fight.
Shut up. I have I'm not even going to say the word.
I have the faith. Never mind.
So either way,
Okay.
while the group is searching things, I go and sit down on a barrel.
Okay, and rest?
Try. Yes.
Okay. So you head over there where the barrels are.
Yep.
Looking around the room itself, the place makes you a bit uneasy. It is a seemingly random combination of what you would equate with your vast elven experience as necromantic and demonological, as far as decorations. There are several tables.
Is that a bleeding table that I see here?
Feng Shui is all this stuff.
Possibly. In there, on that table, is a body. It looks like it has been carved with its chest wide open, like it's been going through an autopsy. Every so often, as you're sitting there trying to rest, you see it twitch a bit.
Oh my god. Enough.
Right?
Dwarf, kill everything. I mean, destroy it all.
But that's how the dwarf dies. That's how the dwarf dies.
There's also alchemical equipment filled with colorful bubbling liquids, etc. And then a large octagonal star drawn in a dark reddish coloring, surrounded by an inlaid copper ring.
Do you realize that is 9 points to that star, right?
Yeah.
You said octagonal.
It shifts.
I mean, I was counting the points on the start.
I was like, what?
That's funny because my brain went, I wonder if you used pre-generated assets to create this, or it isn't a map you bought. And that's where my brain went. You assholes are like, no, you're not accurate.
I love it.
Sorry.
Hence why he and I
I said octagonal. It's a nonagonal.
I don't even know if that's a word.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Did you just look it up?
A nonagon is a nine-sided shape.
I saw Sean look at the monitor. I was like, he just looked it up.
I did.
I can't access the body.
I've never heard that word before a day in my life.
A nonagon is a nine-sided object.
Okay.
Routinely happens in nature.
It does. Very, very common.
Yeah, he looks like he's there.
Okay.
Can I search the room that the assistants came out
So
of?
if you want to check over the guy, he doesn't have anything really of any
The
value,
resistance
at
of
least
the
on his body.
position, They probably have money.
That's where the twitching.
Is he
body
dead?
He is no longer
room you're
moving
in?
or animated.
Is where there's a twitching body.
The
Has-
the
I thought
wizard.
that was above you.
The
like-
wizard,
No.
yes. Now you're
Right
currently
there, 'cause I can
bandaging
see-
him while
That's
they're
How
the
long
doing
does
only
it
thing I
take?
can see in that
it.
room.
It
is
takes
you
4
and
or
that
5 minutes or so to do the
Okay.
first aid.
Well, when I'm done with that, I'm gonna go check to see if the wizard is still alive.
Okay. By then, he definitely will not be.
Ah, damn it.
I'll be.
Yeah, make sure you just
Yeah, you're waiting for the bandages. So you're taking a rest. You're searching the body. He has.
Hmm? Yeah, it did help.
I'm whispering evil thoughts to his mind as he checks the body out.
Okay.
When did I ever not like the dagger?
What made you become a murder halfling?
He has a dagger,
Call those murder
and that's about it. Really, he doesn't have much of anything.
Murder
make treasure chest.
Yeah, not on him.
murder midget.
Is not carrying a treasure chest.
The robes are always magical.
Both are true.
Every witch I've ever been around have worn magical robes. Look at that one. I pointed at.
What are you doing, Ben?
Searching the room that the assistants came out of.
Obscurity.
And then after
Oh,
that,
the side room.
yeah, and then after that, the one the wizard was in.
Okay, so that room itself, there are
Oh, shit.
several meat hooks along the eastern and southern wall.
Okay.
Look like they're stained a dark color. There's nothing currently hanging on them. There is a body on the table here
Smells too.
that has been carved open and had its interior organs removed. The chest cavity and everything is still pinned open. Every so often you see the foot move a little bit and the head sort of rolls over to look at you.
Is the body secured to the table?
Yes, it's tied down both with leather wrappings around the ankles and hands.
Okay. I'll continue searching the rest of the room.
Just ignore it.
for
Okay.
now.
I stole his dagger.
Okay, you took his dagger.
I took his dagger.
Maybe I can get my little-
Other than that, a variety of alchemical gear and bottles and so forth with some unknown purpose.
Okay, and after that one, I was going to check the other room that the wizard came out of.
Okay.
Or was in. Sorry. Ooh, fancy room.
Did you want to go check out that room too, or
Yeah, I'll
stay
check
with
it
the rest of them?
Yeah, we're checking it out.
That room itself is decorated Arabian. There's a large opulent bed, a comfortable chair, a desk, and a large bookcase. The bed is covered in pink, blue, and black silks.
Okay.
There is a large array of skulls, all engraved and scratched in with mystic symbols, many of which are decidedly not human, scattered in niches along the walls.
Okay.
Okay. All of the hollow sockets of all of the skulls are facing into the room, and there is a sickly sweet, heavy scent in the air.
Sweet?
Sickly sweet, like an overly sweet.
Oh. Okay.
I'll start searching the room for secret stuff.
Okay.
Same. Can I check under the bed first?
Sure.
You guys always keep stuff under their bed.
Yeah, the monster moves away, so you don't see him.
Death mage.
What's the quality of the sheets and stuff?
You living?
Pretty good quality of the silks.
Yeah.
This guy got magic crap on him.
Okay. In his footlocker and his books and everything, you find some records, some letters and notes and things like that, most of which seem to be irrelevant and inconsequential. But you do find this note.
I can't read.
That's perfectly fine.
I can read.
It took me a long time, but I finally learned to read. You can get there.
That's pulled up
Yeah, you
I'll close that down.
You pulled up all the handouts there.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is a really long day.
Yeah. Okay, we'll close that.
Close it. All right.
Okay,
Rating system, Matt.
let's do that one.
Oh.
I didn't know you could speak Wookiee.
Now here's the question: is that
Actual.
language or cipher?
Public displays of affection. That's fine.
So I thought that was saying elves are all evil.
Yeah.
He has that note. He also has
I'm not going to argue that.
a ornate
I'm glad I missed you.
black book. It's covered in leathers and so forth. Looks like possibly a spell book of some sort.
I was literally texting them to look for a grimoire of some kind.
I'm going to. There's a spell book. Damn it, Sean.
Darn it!
You know how often that fucking happens?
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Any like lock boxes or hidden compartments?
No.
In, like
There's-
desk or bed.
What I was typing you.
Okay.
I'm doing nothing but resting.
I'll gather this stuff out.
Okay.
And the sheets.
We're taking this guy's sheets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're high quality sheets.
I'm not arguing that we shouldn't.
High quality sheets.
400
Okay.
count.
No, there's nothing else particularly magical. I mean, there's a lot of components,
I think
things like
the-
that.
I
You can
think
probably
the pillow.
identify
The pill is.
if you want to do that, gather some of those. But for the most part, they're going to be fairly fragile
My group.
Yeah.
and probably bulky.
Yeah, and I
Dude,
don't
you
really
go.
want to be using components from this area.
Probably, yeah.
What
It's just if she ever like, you know,
does
it's
the
text I
book
sent
actually
you. I'm like,
use any like
Sorry.
visual magical effects? Or
No.
change on magic?
I take one pill. High quality
Quick
pill.
glance at it, it appears to be focused on, again,
you guys all
demonology and
died, so
necromancy.
I'll get your stuff.
It would be considered an illegal
Rob
text,
texted me this morning.
and the normal approach
Christ.
would be to conceivably bring it to the witch hunters for destruction, which would tend to get you burned for even having it.
Yeah.
In your case, it would be to return it to the college for safekeeping.
I like that.
That was
That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
We gotta
if
get
you
back.
so choose, you could also use it to cast magic.
Good.
Fun
Start
magic.
learning those spells.
Fun magic.
I could, and I have very much considered playing a chaotic wizard, but no.
Aren't they?
You
all-
aren't a chaotic wizard?
What are you talking about?
Erda would have taken it. I'm not Erda.
Yeah, he would have.
You won't
Yes,
make
but then he
green
wouldn't
fire.
have used it because he already knew the
He
spells.
would have added.
Yeah, that's true.
he would have added to his demonology book collection.
Yeah, he would have
It-
gone green fire.
It appears to be an extensive work into necromancy and demonology. You give me a magic lore.
Man, my witch could have used that. The whole thing was going to be necromancy and demonology.
You wouldn't have died soon at all. I swear.
Fine, you can bring him back. He can bring himself back.
Right?
Yeah! You chop my head off?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
mean,
Rasputin?
you were literally traveling with a witch hunt. Okay, average or
Uh-huh.
no? Okay. You were literally traveling with a character who's dedicated to the destruction of undead.
No. This is just my journal. This is just my
So
journal.
it is. Do you want to glance through the book or not?
I want to glance through the book, yes.
Okay. So-
Avoiding reading any specific.
Right, but
specifics
you're going to
about
glance
the
through the
spells.
book. So you're going to peer into the eye of darkness. Okay. So the good news is the spells consist of necromancy, witchcraft, and zench.
Oh, man.
Okay.
The bad
The
news.
bad news is I need a willpower save.
Yeah, we all knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Zinch! Zinch!
Zinch.
Um,
But you
Yeah,
use
God of
them
Magic,
to
come
resist
on, man.
mental
You
growth.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine
great.
with
That's
that.
great. That's great.
Do you
My
want
witch
blind
would
or
not. He'd just say, I fail it.
It doesn't matter. You're either going to pass or fail.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be a fail.
What's funny is I could see it on his screens. He's got like, I don't know,
Great,
the dice
I-
were huge.
I get a natural crit on knowing what the book was,
Oh, I
and
don't
then
know.
I fail the roll.
It's like it speaks to me.
You gain 2 points of corruption unless you have pure soul.
Nope.
I don't think anybody does.
As your eyes linger a bit too long on some of the text.
Yeah,
Do you?
I'm naturally curious.
Are you a pure soul?
I
Now,
have resistance to chaos.
many of which seem very potent, very
Even
useful.
though he has a dagger.
Apparently not so much in combat. But outside of combat, very useful spells. And
worry, guys, if you die,
some
I've
of
got
that
you.
corruption would be credited if you decide you want to embrace it and start using it. I.e., you've already spent the corruption.
Yeah.
For some.
No.
Okay.
Man, I would like that.
Beyond that, Ben, in the bedroom area, the living quarters,
Yeah.
there is a passage that leads deeper into the ground behind a bookcase that's slid out of the way.
Okay.
Trail of blood leading out of the room down the passageway.
So I would assume the wizard would be in there too, so I would have the halfling all to myself.
No, the wizard's in the main room with you. The body.
But he inspected the
Book.
book.
I brought it down.
Oh, sure.
There wasn't anything left of the demon, right?
Yeah, there's a period while
I wanted
there.
to talk to you.
There's a period in there where you guys are alone.
Okay. I would have just simply tried to discuss with him his recent affection for the dagger. And that was, I'd be like, hey,
Discuss away.
well, I just want to point out that you seem to be embracing this a little too much. I told you to keep it hidden.
Did you see that thing?
I thank you. You may have just saved my life, but you realize it's not just a bloodsucker; it's a soul sucker. I mean, you're giving your soul over to the dagger.
I don't think that's true. I have not felt anything.
So you've already given it. All right.
No.
Give it to me then. Give me the dagger.
You are a lot tougher than I am.
I just
We've
wanna hold
established
it.
this.
I just want to hold it.
If you're lucky, you'll get to hold it later.
Yeah, I will take that into consideration.
No, it's fine. I don't see the problem. It obviously works.
I just want to see it again.
If it was so
I
damn
want to make sure
dangerous,
you're
and so
taking proper
corrupted,
care of it.
look, it's nice and sharp.
But I can just let me hold it.
You don't need to. It killed the demon.
It did.
Look, I've got the ichor all over me here.
I like the fact that you understand that it killed the demon.
It allowed me to kill the demon. Correct.
See, now you're trying to correct yourself. Now that you've been pointed out the influence that dagger
What else
has.
is in here? There's like chaos symbols and shit. I'm gonna walk away now that he's healed, and I'm gonna go find the fucking
Go
giant
wander off?
monster. Yeah,
Okay. The
The
giant
what?
monster.
yeah. Somewhere in here is the monster you've been describing to everybody that's laying on a table that's alive or something.
Oh,
That's just a
no,
human.
Yeah, just a body.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Okay.
Eventually,
Yeah.
I'll wander around until I find it. I have.
Yeah. You wander into the experimentation room,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess, the lab.
If that's not,
Oh.
you wandered into the Thad room. It's over here. It says Thad.
Yeah, there's a couple of marble slabs, one of which has a body strapped down by the ankles and wrists.
Mhm.
Its chest has been opened and
should say torn.
ripped open. It's currently
Yeah.
pinned and by cords
It's got
to the
half a
side to
face door.
keep it open.
Mm-hmm.
All of the
Well,
interior
for
organs
half
have
the
been
life.
removed, and you can see them scattered around the room in various jars and so forth.
Fascinating.
The feet are twitching, and the head is looking at you as you walk into the room.
When he walks away, I knock an arrow into my bow.
Okay.
I poke its feet.
Okay.
Does it respond? Do I like try to tickle its foot? Does it
It
respond?
doesn't respond now.
I take my nail and I up the underneath. Does it feel like it responds to pain stimuli or anything like
No,
that?
it doesn't seem to at all. It slashes through it looks like it's dead flesh.
Okay, I'll move a stool over or something
Okay.
so I can get up onto the table.
Okay.
And look down in the guts and everything. So it's just an empty cavity, no heart.
Correct.
I look around for the heart.
Fine. You see a couple of them in different jars.
A couple different. Are any of them beating?
No.
Does it? It doesn't have lungs,
Correct.
so it can't talk.
Time to use that surgery skill.
The hole is.
Is it looking
That's
actually?
where I was gonna go.
Is it looking actually?
I look at him because I'm sure he's in the doorway
Yeah,
watching me.
He's standing in the other room with an arrow nocked, looking in your direction.
You know, arrows don't work on
Who says I'm going to shoot the halfling?
The
body goes up.
like,
Goes like that.
man, I don't want to poke the face because I don't want to get my finger bit.
Oh, I was going to say I'm picturing The Walking Dead. Let me ah! Damn it.
Be scared. It's a halfling zombie.
Smaller target.
Might suddenly get really fast.
Yeah, that's
Pick one of those style puppies.
It's just a spider from something today.
Okay, this is fascinating. It's like I'm gonna try to. Man, I don't want. I'm gonna go find a stick or something. I don't. Okay, I have a regular dagger. I'll pull the regular dagger out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of like poke the flesh to see if it responds.
It responds. You would equate it to a dead what a dead body, what a corpse would. I mean, it slices easily. It's
I don't want to do
relatively
damage.
rigid.
Okay, let me clarify. I don't want to do damage. Maybe a tiny little, just a little.
Yeah, you
wanna see if
apply
it
some
pulls away
you
or
apply
anything.
some pressure,
Yeah.
and it pushes in. When you release the pressure, it comes out slowly.
I'm not necessarily worried about the flesh. I get that it's probably dead. I'm more worried about its animus. Like,
It doesn't seem to react to it at all.
That's where I was going with this.
It is looking in your direction as best it can with nothing but a neck and a head.
I walk into the room,
Okay.
even though I'm resting, wipe some of my own blood off, hold its jaw, and wipe it across the lips, and see if it tries to lick the blood.
No, it just sort of rolls its head towards you.
What's wrong with you?
Silently mouth something. Not sure whether trying to chew
Trying to
or
talk
say
to you.
something.
Can you hear it?
Does it have teeth?
Yeah.
Does it still have like
Take
an
the teeth out.
esophagus?
Yeah.
Can you hear the movements?
I look for the lungs.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Alright, so we're going to be busy.
They're in a large bell jar over on the side. Or at least some lungs are. They're in a greenish liquid.
Random lungs walk over and kind of pour the contents out and some surgery dish or whatever.
Sure.
And I'll try to stitch in the lungs back to it.
I am completely grossed out by this in
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It
that
can talk. I want to hear what it has to say, but it
And
needs
I'm
air to
going to
do
sit
that.
on the stairs at this point.
okay, so that'll take
All
you a
the
while to do that.
All the way at the top.
This is a great idea. That.
Not currently emanating in.
So cast a spell
All the way at
out.
the top of the steps is where I'm going to sit
Okay.
to try to listen for any type of anything that's coming from the outside.
Okay.
There's no magic.
I'd be checking the tunnel.
Are you in there telling me this?
Okay. You said you're checking out the tunnel, or just keeping
Still
guard at
alive,
the tunnel.
somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll actually be to
There's
where
no
it's
magic
at.
in this
I like I said the top to where I'm outside of this
That's fine.
particular.
You're in the warehouse area. Okay.
I don't think
Is,
so.
is there a lantern in here?
Yes.
You're
The lantern
surgeon,
hanging on the wall.
and I'm
Is there
the
any
physician.
oil for the
I'm
lantern?
telling you this thing. could
Sure.
I'm
Looking
telling
around,
you,
you
it's
find
not
a,
allowed to be magic.
a cabinet that has 3
Necromancy
flasks
or
of oil.
otherwise.
we'll figure
I'll
it
go
out.
ahead and take those.
So
It's not a storm lantern, I'm guessing?
No, it's just a regular glass
lantern.
lantern.
I'm not doing much.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. Is that the only light source in here?
In this room, yes.
Was there one outside this room?
No, but at least we could submit this.
Yeah.
to the college.
At least
Okay,
one more.
I'll take one. Well, there's two out here.
Okay.
I'll take one of those. I guess the top one.
Okay.
And
I mean, they're
flasks of
basic
oil.
lanterns. I mean, you can travel with them, but they're not particularly sturdy.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna light it up or just keep it in your inventory?
No, I just want a lantern in case I ever need one.
Okay. Make sure you mark down 3 flasks of oil and a lantern.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I missed the boss by like an inch.
So you'd estimate it's probably gonna take maybe 30 minutes or so. Do you have? You can find enough medical supplies, sutures, and so forth here.
Okay.
Okay.
As-
But from what you can tell, give me a medical lore or surgery roll.
Have the necromantic magic kind of dissipated somewhat?
No. Still emanating from the ring.
No. I'm gonna take out a piece of parchment and draw a half version of it. Half version of the ring, not to complete the circle.
Okay.
I'm trying to sketch out a rough version so that it doesn't actually do
okay.
anything.
The organs and everything have been preserved. They from a living person, they're not viable anymore.
Right.
Okay. They're a bit slimy and poorly preserved.
Mm-hmm.
But with difficulty, you could probably suture them back into the body if you really wanted to. It'd be, I mean, given the condition, it's going to be a poor mix, a poor fit and everything. But I mean, if you want to give it a try, you can. It'll take some time to do so.
My goal is just to put some lungs into it so it can get air through its
Sure.
esophagus.
Yeah, I understand your intent.
Yeah.
I'll also sketch out a drawing of this.
Something to vibrate the larynx so that it can.
Okay.
In fact, I'm drawing the different sources.
Could just use a straw.
He could have just blown into the.
Yeah, that's why. Put your head in the chest and go.
I was expecting to do that actually.
Yeah,
I'm
just
Roll
breathe.
in there and just grab the esophagus.
Just breathe for him.
Ugh. Oh, thank you.
Your voice is the vibration, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm just making notes on all the different descriptions.
Okay. And the other two of you just keep watch. What are you doing, Ben? Well, the halfling's doing surgery. You gather some basic
Why does it
supplies.
smell?
Yeah, give me a quick second. Okay. I'm going to investigate a few of the crates over by where I picked up all the lanterns.
Okay. Yeah, most of the crates and everything seem to be either mundane equipment,
Over here.
or medical supply type gear.
Ooh.
Not much value. It seems to be stuff that he would be using in his work or his rituals.
Okay.
Okay.
I let the surgeon, while he's doing that stuff, let him know that there's some surgical supplies over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, hand me that spool of thread right there.
So, 30 minutes or so go by, and you stand back and say, "Aha! My masterpiece!"
Breathe, undead man.
I feel like this is basically what they did in Witcher.
For the last
One lung is kind of hanging on the
yeah,
side.
I mean, the lung is obviously not from him. It's a little bit off. And there's some tumorish stuff on one of them.
Yeah.
But at the last minute or so, as you're finishing the sutures, the creature or person starts switching from just sort of silently mouthing thing, just sort of this raspy, gurgling breathing. Doesn't seem to say anything, but the lungs at least seem to be getting some air, and then fluid is coming back out.
It's progress.
This is
Okay.
his long-term goal: reanimate this body.
Oh, it's already animated. I just want to get
Or-
to talk.
Revive.
So it's kind of choking on its. I guess that makes sense. I would have to drain the lungs.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, with its current condition and everything, it doesn't seem to be capable of speech.
Oh, that was a waste of my time. But hey, medical science has moved forward
That's
today.
right. You have moved the Dark Ages medical knowledge forward by 3 months.
Just call me Himmler. Just call me Himmler or whatever his name was.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
No, that's not what it was called.
What was that unit in Japan that was equally horrible? YouTube will censor us for even saying it.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, what would you guys like to do?
Okay.
Yeah, give me like a minute.
I'm
got
gonna go
30.
retrieve my
Did the
my minion.
Okay.
wizard have any like?
Do what?
Well, no, he had that note.
let's let it go. See what it does.
It'll try to.
Were there any other
eat
papers
people?
that he had?
No. Just that one note.
Did you hear what I said?
Okay.
This isn't magic.
I don't care.
This isn't any magic I can detect.
Maybe he's just really resilient.
Oh no. Oh, who's that?
We could have a porter.
Let me test it. I'll
They're
walk in
gone.
there and put an arrow into its head.
Who's this?
Does it still animate?
No, the arrow goes into his head and out the other side, and sort of, and then stops moving.
No. Check the arrow out. Actually, no, wait. Odd reason.
Man, I thought he was evil.
What?
I pull out my regular dagger, kind of cut one of the lungs out, and throw it at him.
Go my arrow back.
Starts twitching again.
The body does.
Give me that lung back.
I look at it on the floor. I'm gonna look for it. Squish. Oh.
That's fine. There's more. Go get another one and fucking start sewing it back in.
So what?
I go find the only other
I
sensible
cut a
member.
lung out of it when he did that and
Oh.
threw the lung at him in
Oh,
anger.
okay.
Then he stepped on it being a jackass. And so I'm just going to go get another one off the shelf.
Sure.
There's 14 more of them.
So at this point, my character's thoroughly frustrated with everyone. And I'm going to go find
Something to kill.
the worst thing I could ever say, which is the only other sensible member of the group, and find the tank.
What's that?
Where's the stupid tin can at? We need to get out of here.
Here we go. Transcribe the note.
Already?
I'm
Yep.
tired of being around.
Wow.
Can he read?
Kiss again.
Okay.
Yeah, but you put it in Dwarven just to fuck with him.
Yep.
The note has been translated into Dwarvish.
Well, then we have a
There's
test.
a lot
Let's
of
hit-
hammers and anvils in this.
Can you read?
Yeah.
I know you can.
I will also say
I'm
it
the
out
hero of the
loud
day. Get
to
away from
people that do not know how to read.
And I heard
also
that-
understand.
Well, that's no fun.
I heard there's a nice bed. I go sit down again.
So what does it say? I can't read, so what does it say?
Something about tunnel dwellers doing a good job, and a prince of death, and a
Oh.
girl being
Normal?
abducted, and
Normal?
more abductions.
Huh.
What girl got abducted?
No, I don't know. It didn't say.
So, the usual.
Don't we know of
Okay.
some girl that got abducted?
That was the other. Well, I guess you were there with that group, but yeah, it was the commissioner's daughter or whatever it was.
Yeah, but
Or
Tunnel
counselors.
dwellers. Who the hell's the tunnel dwellers? Haven. Who's the
Yeah.
tunnel dwellers?
Bretonians.
anyways,
Dwarves, yeah.
that's
Why are you working with necromancers?
Well, I don't
He
think we
just
are.
insulted
He
me.
I
did
know.
translate that note awfully fast.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah!
Here you go. That's what it says.
That's the dagger whispering to me.
Yeah, because I would transcribe it to frame my people, not to frame any other
Well,
race like an
Nobody
elf.
ever.
I mean, dwarves can be honest to a fault.
Like,
How long will
I
it
could
take
have
me to get
easily
rid of one
said
of
the
these
tree
levels, or
dwellers.
both levels, or any of this
Of the fatigue? Night rest.
That would be hilarious.
Is this
Oh, none of us would have caught on
is
to that
this
shit.
in
either.
like a broken English?
It's written as it is.
Yes.
I say we take that back to our. What the hell is his name?
Count Olaf.
The unimportant human that pays us.
Now, what is her badge?
Schutzman?
Schutzman.
That's his name.
Schnutzman.
Take it back to Schutzman, let him know about it, and get a good night's rest.
Are we going to take the zombie with us?
He's dead.
No, he's back. Look.
The one I put the arrow through the head of is moving again?
Yeah.
Cut him.
No, don't hurt it. He's actually, as much as I would love to experiment on this thing, he's actually great evidence for us.
So, I'm going to be the voice of reason, and we need to keep going down because we also broke into the shipping yard, and come morning, the people are going to be back. And they're going to be like, oh, there's bodies and stuff down in the basement. Oh, there's a
Every
chaotic
time
circle
I
in the
get near
basement.
There's going to be,
anything,
there's a bunch of bodies in the
Yeah.
courtyard.
Well, that too.
every time I get near anything, all I can see is red, and I'm tired. I don't want to continue.
I'm gonna
You
spend a
start
few minutes
bleeding
in
out of your
bandage.
eyes.
And bandage? Sure.
Yeah. I'll
Are you-
wipe my hands.
Are you
mostly
injured?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I? Are you? I spell after spell after spell, and it bites, and
I'll go down. I'm fairly fearless.
I'll go down too.
yeah, give me some of
Well,
that.
it's been.
You die.
It's
No,
been.
I've had it before. Okay, I've been letting you believe that, but I drank Bugman's twice before. Give me the damn Bugman's.
It's been maybe 45 minutes or so.
No.
All right, I'll see you guys
So
when you come back up.
Well, he's he's
If-
bandaging you. So you guys can debate. You heal 10 points. It looks like.
Yeah.
All right,
Matt, do you think, no, not Matt. Thad, do you think you,
And I promise you,
What's that?
I'll be your true
only a
friend.
moderate
Yeah,
chance.
he's
of infection.
there.
Matt, Thad, do you
Yes.
think you topped
Do
me
you
off
need
with
help?
hit points?
Do you need help?
Yeah. We got hit a little bit.
Is
I
there
have
any-
extra organs. If
rather-
you're having any
No.
Should I just type
no.
it in here, or is there a screen I go to where I say I healed this many?
Let me find your character. I'll just add the 5. The 10
I mean, I
points.
can add them back in myself.
Yeah, that's all you do.
I'll grudgingly give you a
But
I'm just
What
fighting.
about you, young man? Are you?
I'm fully healed.
He only got hit 10 times.
Just small little dents in his armor.
You should have been up here getting blasted by the spells, damn it.
I did get blasted by the spells. They did nothing. Like I'm a dwarf.
No, you didn't get blasted by the demon.
Dude,
Okay.
you didn't see it. All it took was me stabbing it one time. I don't know what his problem
Hey,
is.
speaking of,
No.
hey, no.
Yeah.
Speaking of, he's totally consumed by the dagger at this point. Just be careful.
Okay.
Don't sleep on it. Just warn you.
I have not stabbed any of you yet.
You've threatened how many times?
You threaten all of us every day, you psychopath!
No, I don't.
Just by your existence.
Well, okay, that may be, but I don't verbally threaten.
You had me in a small room, you were my only exit, and you had an arrow notched looking at me the whole time.
I just want to make sure you didn't turn.
How is
on
that
me.
not a threat?
It's not a threat at all. I didn't say I was going to kill you, and I didn't aim the arrow at you not once.
The body's held
Not
and
once
rolls
time.
over and looks at you.
Exactly. Look at the hole in this guy's head. You are danger. Everyone around you.
I am dangerous.
You're right. What's the fuck is that line? You're right, Maverick. I am dangerous. I saw this thing today. It was like the most accurate thing in Top Gun is the fact that the douchebag made it to Admiral. And I was like, yep, that's true.
is it going down?
I really don't want to. I'm tired.
We can just leave.
I did give you some of the alcohol if we did want
We've
to.
done our job.
I
There
would
you go.
rather let you guys venture on without me.
Okay.
Oh, whip.
Yeah, this does not.
After taking the alcohol, by the way.
After the alcohol, you're still scared?
No, I don't drink it. I go, thanks. I'd rather let you guys go on without me.
Well, he doesn't have separate mugs.
Damn it.
He's got a little rack of mugs on his back.
I'll let you go on without me.
I'll give you a mug. Reload.
As you take the whole container and just start running them like,
You can't catch me.
Yeah.
Just got mugged Gatling gun.
I robbed the dwarf. Actually, I didn't rob you. You gave it to me.
Why are we continuing on? We've made enemies of good enough.
we're continuing on
Can you
because
Please.
Do you care?
there's suspicion at play.
Sure.
Danger. Evil. And there's
Which
secret
one?
passageway.
Heinrich. I'm in
We
the
have to at least find another way into this passage.
Is this?
At a minimum.
Is that
Because I don't want to have to fight my way through all of Gouda's BS men to get into this passage.
No.
Although we might have destroyed all
I'm
of
in
them.
another room.
I go back upstairs. Let me check to see if
This
there's
one?
undead up and walking again. 'Cause look at this one.
Not the
I
one
just
with the
want
body, the other one.
Territory, my premise.
Are they up,
South.
up and walking yet?
No,
Come to me.
we can just leave.
Okay, before we leave, let's
But,
burn all the bodies. Well, that might attract guards.
That'll attract attention.
Cut off all their heads and put them down the well?
What well?
No.
Oh, wait, yeah, the well.
I mean, there was.
He wants
well
me
there.
to stitch him up. So.
Okay.
I like that. No, I don't do that.
We
But
could just burn the building.
let's put all the undead bodies. Are undead obvious that they're undead after we've stopped them from being animated?
I don't know where I suppose.
I
Probably
don't
not.
See any, I don't see any
But
magic
that's
or
No,
anything.
10 points then.
Okay, well, I'm fully.
And
Yeah, yeah,
building the building, burning the building's a bad idea in a Dark Ages medieval town.
Yeah. The whole
Okay,
place.
yeah, fair point.
Are you wounded?
Yeah, a little bit.
What about the circle?
It's partial lies. It would burn the building down. The colleague will deal with it if need
What
be.
about your?
It's just got some sort of. I walk up. It's got some sort of an inlaid silver. I try to see if I can pry it out of the.
It's a copper ring.
I try to pry the copper up.
With your hands?
No.
Doesn't budge.
Who's got a dagger? I forgot I gave my dagger away. Let me. Not the special one, so you don't.
He has
Yeah,
more
let
than
me-
just that.
Let me have that other dagger.
All joking aside, wouldn't the special dagger be
Don't you
better
have a
for
great
that?
axe?
By all means,
Yes.
don't use a great axe to pry up
Yeah.
the copper ring. What's wrong with you?
I like his idea. You use the great axe and smash the ring. I'm gonna stand back.
Sweet
Okay,
Jesus.
I was answering the question. Do I have a great axe? Yeah, I do. But I mean, you're hitting stone.
Do you have a dagger?
inlaid?
I have
The
a
copper's
sword.
inlaid in the stone floor.
It could be
I didn't
used.
catch that.
Metal's harder than stone, right?
He has multiple daggers. He's Dagger Man.
It's also the thing of
I
damaging
used
the
to.
blade.
But I must have gave them away because they're not on my character sheet.
No, Erdem had the pouch of daggers.
No, I carried 2 daggers forever. even without Erdem. Erdem never got my daggers.
That you know of.
No,
With
I
a
know
magic
you-
dagger.
I had sleight of hand.
Okay, doesn't seem to
he
affect
never
it.
got my daggers.
Doesn't budge the ring.
No,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's a thick copper ring implanted in the concrete or in the dirt.
Two daggers.
Flex it.
I was expecting it to explode in my
No,
face, so
no.
I'm happy with it not doing
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't do anything.
Okay, then I'm out of here.
You're an alien.
Let's leave.
All right, let's go down the tunnel then.
But you were just. Never mind.
And can I have a drink of that?
Sure.
All right,
Another drink?
Take a
That,
take a
no,
drink
the
of the
dwarf
bug
would be
mist.
like, that was just a sip. You should have more.
Yeah, what does it do?
Makes you immune to all fear, psychology, and stress.
Do you think I
So it doesn't help me with going insane and attacking things.
Well, maybe
Wouldn't that classify as stress?
What does the elven wine do?
Lets you see in the dark and gives you bonuses to.
Seduce men.
Did I tell you last time how long your business was going to last?
It doesn't do anything for it. Does it do anything for
no,
it?
you did not.
Okay.
It gives you a
I
bonus.
assumed it was
perception.
about the same time.
Yeah,
As
let's
like
just-
the old one went most of the day.
Well, it
Most
lasts
other ones.
D10 hours.
Both other ones that we
Yeah, I didn't know how long you guys were doing the elven wine, so I assumed.
Same.
The
I
other-
assumed you guys were doing
Oh,
a flat
so much
time.
Give us
the
that,
elves
because I
made
mean,
some-
All I
Never
know
rolled
is
with
the elven
so I
alcohol
did
and
do
dwarven.
it
There was
flat
another thing with the
No,
half.
I had specified that it was
Yeah.
a D10 hours
The
of
skill
benefit,
to be
Okay.
so, but we didn't
There's
specifically
the-
roll it.
There's an elven.
What was
figure.
the elven one, the dwarven one, the
It's
halfling
Dread's
one,
Fetish
and
Corruption.
what was the other
Oh,
one?
nice.
Other one would be human, but we don't have one for them.
Oh,
Humans
okay.
just eat everything.
Okay. Because I've not had any of those.
Okay. So
You haven't eaten any humans?
both the elven one and the dwarven one last for D10 hours. Okay. You've been in the basement now for an hour between the surgery and the first aid and so forth. Maybe on the outside 30 minutes upstairs. As far as
It's probably like 3 in the morning.
I think you guys assaulted the place like around 11, so it's a little bit after midnight.
Let's go open up the
I
front
thought it was
gates.
after midnight.
Oh, hey,
Like,
Gates already open.
okay.
that's right. We didn't shut it, right?
Where? What?
Gates.
The gates never opened.
Never opened. We all went over the wall.
Do we want to open up the front gates, let the guards in?
The issue is we also got knowledge that some of the guards were in on it.
Yeah,
No,
corrupt.
shit.
Corrupt guards. Corruption. Yeah.
All right.
I go to the
We'll
tunnel.
approximate 1 a.m. at this point.
Okay.
I
As long
let-
as it's not around midnight.
Everybody ahead of me and knock an arrow. Get a light source going.
George, do you think I have a drink of weapons?
Why? You can
If
see in the
so,
dark.
I'd be happy.
Okay, these are not
Sure.
these are not very common things, guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They seem common.
Yes, I mean the elephants over here gain 2.
I spent a week and a half in game time finding this one bottle, guys.
They're not super expensive, surprisingly.
Yeah, they're not.
It's just a very rare thing to find.
Okay, then
Okay.
never mind. I don't need it.
Tolman
So-
is targeting Heinrich.
So it gives you
Hey,
immunity to fear for the duration, and then we also tacked on stress for the stress mechanics.
Right. Which everybody should have a current stress level based on recent events. Some of you are less affected by stress than others. Okay. So you guys are heading down the tunnel?
Yep.
Okay.
Crossbow loaded and ready.
The passageway
I'm at the back.
leads down. It goes maybe 10 yards in or so. The blood trail stops where the wizard was killed off. It meanders a little bit, and then descending rapidly, and then opens up into a large tunnel. Dwarf recognizes this as the lower city, or the upper city, I guess, the first layer of the lower cities. There is a passageway heading off to the right, one off to the left, and a narrow sewer drain directly across.
Passage to the left, passage to the right, narrow sewer.
Yeah, there. And when I say passage, it's a large, think like subway tunnel type thing.
Like a cistern style.
Flat.
Oh,
There's no water flow necessarily, other than a small river down the center, no real water as such.
Okay.
It's more of a drainage thing, but it's probably 20 or 30 feet wide, arched roof, etc. Very clear dwarven construction and so forth, going to the right and to the left, further into the upper city.
Yeah.
And then a drain pipe, maybe 3 or 4 feet wide, directly across from where the entrance comes in.
I'll move forward, trying to track to see if I can see. I say, let me see if I can see where anybody may have traveled through this
Okay.
area.
Give me a tracking roll.
Blind or not.
Yeah, blind.
And I still don't have the rolling things that I used to have with the other stuff, but that's okay. Skills. Track. Blind GM roll.
I believe he also has secret sense needs. That matters also.
Yeah.
I
I
also
forgot I'm freaking
secret sense
exhausted.
rating
Not
or
exhausted.
Fatigue.
Okay.
warnings.
Okay. There are no warnings that you're seeing. Yeah, there seems to be recent activity going into the sewer drain. There's no activity recently in the main tunnel itself.
Man-sized, half
Yeah.
man-sized.
Yeah.
Then I'll be making marks. I'll be making marks equivalent to possible scaling.
Okay.
I am making gray order marks for any other wizards who might know. As a warning.
Yeah, but you
What's
have
your
secret
message?
signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your message?
Danger.
Danger of possible scaling.
Okay, and you have chalk or something like that?
Actually, that's a good point.
He has a stamp. It's a standard stamp.
Yeah, they have escaped.
I mean, if you're a bear, you can just like claw on the wall.
Right. It may be just a simple. That's
Well, I'm fine with that as long as I have some means of how you're making these marks.
you got a dagger, right?
Yeah. So
I look at the halfling and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
rat catcher."
yeah,
Looks
I'll
like
take
they're
I'll take
all the
that.
movement that I can see came
Okay.
from that
So,
tunnel.
I mean, that's not something you can easily
Like the
quickly
drain
do.
pipe?
So
Yep.
it takes a moment or so to do it. Everybody's
Okay.
aware you're making a mark on the wall. They don't necessarily know anything about it, per se. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you have a piece of chalk or something, then it's easy as you walk by, you just make an X or whatever,
No, I'm fine with
sort of thing.
As far as I'm concerned, when we came out of this secret passageway, the tunnel we stepped into, it's not like it originated from the secret passageway.
Correct.
It's like we came into a tunnel.
It intersected with a larger tunnel.
Okay, so we went to another thing. It's like, all right. So as far as I'm concerned, he's marking, hey, here's where the secret passageway is, in my opinion. Hey, look, he's making a mark for us so we know
Well,
where we are.
the passageway where you came in wasn't secret by any means. I mean, it's not a archway or anything like that, but it's a very clear crack in the wall.
Interesting.
Anybody that would have walked through this area, not that there's all that many people, could have spotted this crack in the wall.
All right. So when I looked at the dwarf, actually I looked at the halfling and say, rat catcher, they came from this direction. Dwarf. Tunnel breaker, troll, slayer, whatever the hell you are. I can never remember. Came from this way. Stonebreaker. Is that what it was?
Iron.
Iron
Okay.
break.
Iron
See,
break.
I don't even know.
So, as far as the layers, I double checked what the
Apparently
layers
not a
are.
copper breaker.
You guys are at the sewer level right now. Okay. Beneath the sewers is the upper tunnels, then the lower tunnels, then the unexplored area. Okay. I would say you have some experience with the upper tunnels from your iron breaker. You rarely would have gone down to the lower tunnels. You've never been beyond that. Okay. And even the lower tunnels, you wouldn't have gone through or gone to without a large force anyways. Okay. Sewers is just the sewers of the city. Okay.
And when I look at the tunnel, I go to the entrance and just see if I see any thief signs.
You don't see any thief signs, and there's no wizard signs other than the one he just put. There definitely seems to be indications that somebody crawled through this.
recently.
Yeah, relatively recently. Okay.
Actually, when I tell them that and all that, I just put my bow and everything away, pull out my long sword, and start going through.
Okay. So the question I have, as you guys are starting to explore the sewer, I need to know who is leading the way, and they will be using their navigation skill or their tracking skill. Okay, that's the person that's in the front.
Everybody Everybody turns and looks at you.
I'm at negative 20 to everything, but yeah,
I'm
You are.
at 30.
I have a phenomenal tracking skill.
You're a wood elf.
I don't know what my navigation.
Okay, and the way
There's
basically
tons of
the way
laws
the
down
way
here.
this works, when you're exploring the understate, because there's no official map per se, the better your skill, the more quickly you can reach your target goal. Versus you get lost, you take side turns, you run into other
Even
encounters,
at
and so
minus
forth.
20, I'm at better than 50-50 on both.
Right.
Do I get a bonus because I'm
Dude,
familiar
it's based off initiative.
No,
with
because,
this level?
yeah, familiarity doesn't really apply much. You might have some familiarity with some of the dangers you might run into. Okay.
I'm gonna give him my
But
map.
other than that, no. The whole place is so poorly mapped and known. There's no familiarity bonus as such.
Speaking of maps, I'm gonna give him my maps that I collected.
Okay.
So plus 20 to your check.
Sure.
Jeez. Okay, well, offsets my negative 20.
It's slightly blurry given how
Like-
tired you are, but you think this is a passageway.
I will mark up his map according to where we are going.
Okay, what are you using?
I have a quill. I
have
have
any
quill, ink. I have the
Okay.
whole writer's kit.
Okay.
The question
has
is,
a quill.
you know what?
Just to close.
You have the fancy writer's kit.
To be
don't you?
to be perfectly honest, I'm not going to break out the fancy writer's kit down here because that would take too much time.
Okay.
Unless I get to a point where it's obvious, I'm like, okay, there's
Whenever you
nothing here on
Whenever
this
you need
map.
to mark it, you just get some sludge from the wall
Yeah,
and mark
I
it.
literally should be like, here we went this way, and then, but if we get to a point where it's like, this map is not matching where we're at, I'm gonna break out. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna modify your map.
Yep.
I don't have, what is it, cartography?
Yes.
And anyway,
Mapping.
Here be dragons.
Okay. Who's carrying light?
I just got a lantern.
It's completely dark otherwise.
And dark vision doesn't work
I mean,
with.
you guys are underground.
I asked somebody to spark up a light. If nobody else does, I guess I'm going to put my longsword away and have a lantern out.
Okay, can I have a lantern in one hand and my crossbow in the other?
Yes.
I'll
Okay,
carry
yeah.
it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
No, I'll do it. I'll carry it.
From right behind me,
I see
you
more
can
of them.
stand up walking through this stupid tunnel, so I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, sure.
He stoops over. You're literally crawling through.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I guess I'll give him my lantern and
Okay.
go ahead and light it up. real quick.
He gives you a basic travel glass lantern. Lights it up. You got about an hour's worth of light.
I have 3 more flasks.
I can also create an
How-
hour's worth of light.
How much does each flask give?
Usually 4 hours.
Each one gives about an hour. You have about 30 minutes left on the current one.
I can create about an hour's worth of light.
Okay.
I would like to be able to control the light source. So, if you're talking about
I don't get it.
What was the point of that?
I'd like to be able to control the light source, so if you're going to cast anything magical on me, then please don't, because then I can't turn it
I
off.
was making sure. But
Okay.
light and light.
You didn't let me finish the statement, so the joke landed flat.
I'm going.
Like my first go.
I'll start leading
I
unless someone else leads.
already went first,
Okay.
so hey.
I don't even want to be down here. Well, entrance is right back there.
Where?
Also known as an exit.
Okay.
Who's that person with the cute smelling?
That's me.
Yeah, good luck down here. Picks up on.
I also have sixth scent as well. Sense.
Okay. So,
Since
Matt,
it's-
you said you were leading the group.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
So each of you, other than the halfling, as you crawl through the sewer tunnel, you get completely filthy between the slime and everything else there, giving you what's called the besmirched quality. Okay. Basically, you count as brass 1 for the purposes of anything status or fellowship related until you get cleaned off. And anything along those lines suffers a -2 success level if you're trying to talk to people because you're covered in crap. More important, if you suffer any wounds, you have to pass an endurance test at +20 or the wound gets infected.
I'll inform them But hey, don't get cut down here because you're gonna get some horrific fucking diseases if you do.
Yes. Okay.
That dagger seems to me. Sorry.
You pause in the tunnel as everybody walks by. Slice. Slice.
He's giving us the paper
Slice.
cuts.
Have a lovely us.
Wait. Reload. Slice.
No.
Slice.
No. Ew.
Shield the wounds.
Okay, Matt, give me your choice. Tracking or navigation. Plus 20 for the map, minus 20 for your fatigue. Without any other modifiers you might have.
Does he get a modifier for his spectacle?
Blind?
For reading map?
Yes.
I'm not reading the map with the spectacle.
Correct.
So.
It doesn't help with that.
Oh.
He can't read the vague map any better just by looking closer at it. It doesn't become accurate.
It automatically put the minus 20 back in when I tried to roll it. So maybe I should have. Does it show something out of 81?
Yes.
Okay, the 80. Then it should be good. But like as I hit roll, the minus 20 came back in for fatigue.
It gave me a skill of 81 for you.
Okay, then it should be good.
Okay. Okay. So let me get the table.
Sorry if you on the right map.
We're not on it.
Okay.
You're not on
Yeah.
this.
Look, I'm still in the warehouse. How's this? Where's everybody at? Guys?
We left you behind.
We're
Okay.
fighting state.
Find the
there.
sewers right now.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out.
My
You're gonna
highest
keep an
skill.
eye out for what?
My highest
Stuff.
skill is perception.
For stuff?
Yeah.
And
What
things,
stuff all
you know,
walls?
stuff and things.
Enemies or signs or whatever.
Definitely my head.
Okay.
It's because my initiative is just stupid.
Okay. As you guys come out of the narrow tunnel, the passageway opens up, and you see.
It's in the
Where'd it go?
Fridge.
There it is. The tunnel widens a little bit, letting you stand back up. Give me a perception check for everybody that's here.
Blind.
Well, start with the lead one.
Okay. What was the marching order? I guess so.
My understanding was Matt and then Thad.
correct.
Okay, then I'll be behind. Well,
If it's site based,
yeah, I'll be behind them.
I have the fine details and a
That's fine.
bonus to it
Sure.
supposedly. But
How about smell?
you said blind,
Yes.
blind GM, so I don't even know it. Okay.
Okay. As you're making your way down the tunnel, centuries of city waste have piled up in this section, making a thin but overly slippery film on everything.
That's disgusting.
Absolutely. With caution, you manage to get through it without any difficulty. It's not particularly hazardous,
Okay.
but it's a quick way to fall into the fluids and other debris that's in here
Okay.
as you go through.
Disgusting.
I say, hold up. Let me go first
Okay?
to him. Is it so? I'm assuming we're on a downslope to some other room.
Yeah, I mean, the tunnels go up and down and move and so forth. It looks like it would be if you were to slip and fall, it'd be hazardous from that standpoint, beyond the fact that you get more filthy than you already are.
So we're standing up at this point.
You're standing up at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if he falls, he's not in a shit and slide.
He is. With uneven ground and so forth.
I
so
started
it'd be
looking around
hazardous
for
if you fall.
tracks before I move forward.
Yeah, there are definitely tracks here. You're still following them.
What type of track?
It looks like boot prints,
Watch it just going in
How big?
circles.
human size.
Watch it just going in
All right, I
circles.
don't lift my feet.
Okay.
I just shuffle forward.
Okay. Just gonna go cautiously down.
Yep.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
This is gonna be epic.
Fail.
Oh, I
No.
just did it right. Straight roll.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you slide. You cautiously work your way down, crossing over the surface without much difficulty. Get down to the bottom. where it dries up a bit and seems stable. But it looks like it's pretty hazardous for anybody without athletics. At least not without some sort of assistance.
Does it look like my shuffling may have cleared a path?
No.
I get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
And I
All of a
say,
sudden, a giant ball of metal comes flying down.
It's agility based, okay?
I
You get
say-
negatives for that.
From your knowledge and experience, this is pretty common in the sewer area. The dwarfs would typically outfit these areas with like pittons and rope to be able to assist with climbing and so forth. I don't know if you guys are equipped along those lines or not.
I broke.
he's got
And a
my
grappling
rope and grappling hook.
I got a grappling hook too.
Well, you can certainly fashion something up with that.
Oh, take it.
I just look around and try to stay out of
I
the
will
path
do
as they
so.
come in here.
Okay, so you
You
fasten
can sit
you
around the
fasten
corner
the
waiting for
grappling
it to
hook
laugh.
securely and tie the rope to it. And with that, I mean, you can, whether you slip or not, I mean, you guys are already filthy. The only one that really becomes relevant is you. Give me an athletics check.
I'll wait till he puts the rope in.
Yeah, I
I'll use
understand
the
it.
rope.
You're using the rope. That's not a problem.
So do I get an average difficulty?
Yeah, it's
or-
plus 20.
I didn't get a plus 20.
No problem.
Oh my god, yeah.
So, anyways, you manage to
It's like
slide
you
down.
climbing a wall.
You manage to slide down without getting completely filthy. The rest of you, whether you slip, fall, whatever, there's no hazard as such because you have the rope to secure yourself. Okay. Down below, mark off the rope and grappling hook because that's left behind at this point.
Oh, we can't retrieve it?
Well,
Really?
We'll be back through.
No, we won't. Remember, we're trying to find another exit.
so
Damn it.
Need to go back up there and get it. Otherwise, I would have like completely fell and just squished you.
No, I was another way. I would have let you go right by, and I would have waved at you as you went.
I have a 10 skill.
Find our mobility.
Oh god, it's like me and climbing.
All right, I'll continue trailblazing.
We found our
Okay.
metal sled.
But
for
I
the
say,
sewers.
hey, at this point, who's right after me? I look around. Hey, Tolman,
Yeah.
give me a 20-foot berth.
What does that mean?
Stay 20 feet away.
Oh, okay. I'm not up on the militaristic lingo. I'm sorry.
Get
I'm
him
just
in
a
battle
fucking
time.
halfling.
I don't either. I've been dying to get it. I just never had it. That was the second
Okay.
thing I got tired of being ignorant of. The rest of the group's talking to each other. I'm like, I'm in battle.
So you're,
Can't talk to anybody.
You're gonna let him stay about 20 feet ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark for you at that point if it matters.
It does matter.
But you've got night vision, right?
I do, but it's.
I mean,
It's pretty limited beyond him is the problem. When there's a
It's-
troll in front of him,
It's because it's night vision in Warhammer qualifies it as basically low light. It's light amplification.
right.
Right.
And well, you know light amplification, the way
I,
that
I,
works.
I know how it works, but
real
My
world,
concern-
yes. Fantasy gaming has more restrictions than
my
real
Well,
concern
it's
isn't,
very
isn't
dull.
even that, because the way we've always been playing is that we've been
Dark
playing
vision.
it's dark vision.
right, which is
But-
fine.
But even then, I don't like the idea of the grayscale. We're in a tunnel of grayscale. We're in a tunnel where if it's grayscale, I can't see anything but the tube. But if there's something right there, it's all anyway. I spark up my own lantern.
Okay, so you have a lantern going now as well.
Mine's a storm lantern.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it. If it's a way to shutter it to where I can only see ahead of me,
Sure, you can minimize the light.
then that's what I'll do.
Okay, so you continue on. Another 15 minutes or so. Give me another perception check.
I'm keeping an eye out for all the magic.
Okay. Every so often, you see a gust of wind coming from different directions with different senses of magic.
Blind.
Yeah. You know that within the sewers and the different levels, there are pockets of magic
Am I really
occasionally, which cause random effects. Okay. Okay. Up ahead, you spot the ceiling and wall. There are numerous cracks in this section. Some sort of damage. The roof, several of the tiles and flagstones have fallen. Others are noticeably shifted. The roof looks very unstable in this location.
Look down for tracks.
There are tracks. You're still following the tracks.
Turn back around.
Okay.
Tolman,
Knows how.
Ooh,
send the iron breaker up, please.
I thought he was going to do such a thing on the slip and slide.
Hey, dwarf, the elf wants you.
Okay.
We all knew that to begin with.
Mr. Regal Strength guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Huh?
Someone actually figured out my name.
I actually went over to the tab to look at it. 'Cause I couldn't remember.
Say Thortup.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
I shine the lantern on it. I say, "Oh, that looks like it's been damaged. Is that going to be safe to get through?"
This looks like a section that's unstable. Anything that might cause further instability might cause the tunnel to collapse, including potentially pressure and movement in the tunnel, shifting rocks and so forth. The risk here is falling stones and so forth.
Yeah. That.
You say what he says.
yeah,
Not
right.
yes, it's stable.
Yes. Completely safe, not a problem.
Make
As
sure
he
you
takes a step
No,
back.
Make sure you kick extra stones.
No, the dwarven response in this sort of case would be to get a group of engineers and reinforce the tunnel before proceeding.
Okay.
Okay? Because people traveling through the section tend to dislodge things when they make noise, and falling rocks on your head is bad.
We gotta be stealthy.
I'll move up as close as I feel comfortable before
You're
I start seeing cracks.
Okay?
And really take a good look. I'm going to see if any bodies are around, like it collapsed on something already. Or maybe like blood or anything.
No, nothing current. I mean, there's a lot of slime and sludge and things like that from the area. Seeping in, and where some of the flagstones has fallen, some of the mud on the walls looks damp, where things are seeping in. A rock comes flying past you, clatters down the tunnel.
Scoop. Actually, shudder the lantern.
It came from behind you.
Oh.
Would there typically...
I turn back around to see.
They're all just staring at you.
I look at the dwarf who threw it.
Do I know who threw it?
Yeah. The halfling did.
You're wondering if it's unstable. I just proved to you that it's stable. Look, I grab another one and throw it again. It's fine.
With a loud crash, a flagstone falls and crashes into the tunnel.
Dwarf. Would there typically
Let's try
be
again.
something
I grab another stone and I throw a third one.
Would there typically be
It
tunnels
clatters down the
above
tunnel, bits of dust. and
2
everything
out of
falling.
3. 2 out of 3. You're fine. Those are good. Those are good odds.
You
Halfling
are,
tossing time.
you are still feeling comfortably warm. Also.
What?
Ah!
What?
Again,
Fearless.
remember,
No.
you're fearless. Fear should not. No, your character should have no sense of fear.
I understand that, but it doesn't mean you're stupid either.
I don't disagree with that.
I would
So I
argue
wanna see
that
him get
everybody
squished,
that
and I
goes
think
to
it'd
the
be
lower
fucking
tunnels
weird.
of the dwarves are all dosed on freaking Bugmans. before
Probably.
They go like
Probably.
Would there typically be something above this?
the city.
It'd be a
I
lot
don't
to
know how
have
far-
crashed down
how
on
far.
you.
I have no idea how that.
Someone
you're,
restrain.
you're in the sewer levels, which is the first level down.
Just carry.
Okay.
Might be 50 yards, might be 100 yards.
Okay.
The
I look
question
at
though
you.
was, can we
If it-
collapse this and then go into
Whack!
Well, if you collapse it completely,
He's dead. As
then,
far as I'm
then
concerned.
you lose the trail.
Got it.
I'm throwing them past you.
I
What's the
don't
problem?
care.
Unless the elf can navigate around somehow, which would mean a longer period.
Dwarf is probably covering the tunnel at this point, but
So far you guys have burned
I might
through one
buy
flask
the
of
dwarf.
oil.
if that freaking halfling throws one more rock, I'm killing him.
Including
so
the one that was already
Can I-
in there.
Can I
No.
use
We're at
my-
like 5 now.
So-
You got like a 1 in 5
about an hour.
chance. I
Can
don't
I use my
understand the
skills
problem.
to
So go
try
forward.
to figure
Okay.
The more
out, like,
rocks
a
you
more
throw, the
stable
harder it
route in
gets.
this
That's
time, like where
I'll be braver
If you
than
have
you. That's
engineering,
fine.
I would
Sure.
or what skill are you thinking?
I have geology,
Rock,
metallurgy,
that's
Go
smithing,
ahead.
Metallurgy
you're
and
looking
smithing
like
won't
you want me
apply.
to go ahead.
I do. I want you to go ahead.
Geology, I can see that might be a
but I'm
difficult
good,
thing
but-
to mix because it's not really about how the rocks are, what the rocks are. Engineering would
When
certainly
he's
work.
in the middle of
Yeah,
a riddle.
that's a one class.
Go ahead.
only thing.
Well, yes, I know you guys used to have an engineer.
He's not the jackass throwing rocks.
All right.
I have not hit you once.
How about this?
Meanwhile, you see more
I
dust
can just
starting to
scout
fall
ahead
down
and
as
do
the
my
halfling
goals.
and elf are arguing.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I'm just
You what?
I'm gonna start channeling.
Okay.
I intend on channeling
You're casting a spell. Wait, what's the goal of this spell?
to scout ahead to see if there's anything worth going down this pathway for.
I hide behind the dwarf as soon as I see him start casting.
Okay.
But what if it's more than 10 minutes away? Like we've been hiking for an hour.
Yeah, you guys have been hiking for about an hour thus far.
Do it
Well,
anyway.
yes, but partial. If we go down this tunnel and there's a section that's collapsed, we have to go back down this tunnel. And I would prefer to just rather not hit a wall halfway down a collapsing tunnel.
I mean, that is a
I'm-
fair concern.
I'm just saying he's going to miscast and something's going to blow up and then we're all going to be dead. I'm just saying.
I don't have enough.
That's why I'm
faith.
hiding behind you.
I
It
so
won't help against the ceiling falling down.
Hide under him.
Yes.
I'm not even kidding. When this conversation happens, I'm like, that's a good point. And I start heading back down the tunnel.
Okay.
Not even fucking around. I'm heading back to tunnel.
Probably not.
So he
Alright, so
one
give
of
him
the
a-
lights recedes back down the tunnel.
Give him a minute. He'll realize
Hey,
he
come back
can't
over
find
my
his way
bedroom.
back.
Oh, there's
There's
also
any-
You do. I lived in the sewers for a long time. Granted, that doesn't reflect somehow in the actual fucking rat catcher class, but
I
The
assume-
rat
I
a
live
lot of the rat catcher isn't necessarily in the sewer; it's in the city.
yeah, it is. It says
Oh,
like the stealth skills
I
and
know.
shit like that.
I know.
I assume there's also not enough light to actually maintain the shadow.
Outside of the light, outside of the lanterns, no.
Then yeah,
I mean, it'll go a little distance, but it's,
Yeah, it'll go 50 meters. So that's generally not
give or take. Yeah, it's not going to go very far because it's pitch black.
Okay, so he doesn't actually start to cast.
Correct.
Then rewind everything I just did.
Okay.
No, that's okay. Get him out of here, please.
This is going to be a challenging roll.
Yeah, but he has my lantern.
For
Geo.
No.
geology,
Yes, my
I'll give
lantern.
you a. Yeah, I'll go with challenge. I'm fine with that.
This is an actual.
I failed.
It's my storm lantern, but you
Oh,
can carry it.
You critically fail.
Doesn't happen on regular skill tests.
Does it? Oh, boo. Okay. You tell the halfway.
Anyways, I
This
have
is
a
how
fear
you
of
go.
magic now. Matt, for the last game session, I have a fear of magic now.
Yeah, you study the tunnel for a minute or two.
Thanks for that.
You can't discern any sort of path through it.
Oh, you would have been having a heart attack the last fight. Then.
Through what?
The passageway. Like
He
a
was
safer
trying. He
way.
was trying to talk to the stones and see if there was a way through with his geology.
I have my storm lantern. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and keep him restrained.
The elf goes through. Throw rocks.
I'm going to move up to the collapse.
I put my hand on his
Okay.
shoulder.
And
Like I said, it's not necessarily like
I'm not.
here it's collapsed and here it
you
isn't.
said it starts to
It's,
crack.
it's a gradual cracking, and then you realize, wait a minute, things are dangerous here.
Actually,
So I mean, you're good 5 to 10 yards away
But
from
none
you
of
see
it,
a rock fall.
like I don't smell. I mean, obviously it's a sewer system, but if it's been burnt or an
Has not been
explosion,
burned. Has not no explosion, nothing
so
like that.
something came through here recently,
Mhm.
but it doesn't appear that it had collapsed on them, right?
Correct.
Just
Okay,
follow,
according to the dwarfs, and I mean his logic about being quiet makes complete sense. Loud noises, explosions certainly
just follow
would-
in his footsteps.
would cause things to fall. Conceivably, there might be a safe path, which is what he looked for. He wasn't able to determine that.
Can
I
we
just
follow
track
his
the guy
footprint?
that, yeah, he said it, so I'll track the guys.
There is movement from here. There's not a discernible path as such.
I start working my way through
Okay.
carefully.
Okay. Give me your choice of athletics or stealth.
I think he's going to make it. I hate to inform you.
Athletics or stealth? That's a tough one since they're the same.
Sure.
Well,
Actually,
in
they're
your
not.
case, they might be the same.
No, they're not. Because I forgot
One's
them.
strength and one's agility.
I want.
No, they're both.
You see me loading a bullet in this slant.
Athletics is
Yes.
Agility.
no, okay.
Agility.
Okay.
One of them's
Well, your training is different.
The issue is I have no training in underground stealth. I have rural, urban, no underground.
Yeah.
Then you just use your base.
Agility, which is why athletics is better.
Okay.
Would Alley Cat help?
I have stealth subterranean.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You take your lantern, walk your way through carefully, testing a lot of the rocks and so forth. Here and there, some dust starts to fall, but other than that, you make it through without any difficulty.
Okay.
I gave you 5.
On the far side, you can hear
Betty.
a whistling sound of wind and the sound of moving water.
Do I shut the lantern? Do I see any light sources?
No. But there's a notable draft at this point pulling away from you, further down the tunnel.
Okay, so I wouldn't smell fresher air yet.
No. All you smell is all that old, crusty stuff coming towards you.
I open it up fully
Okay.
and set the lantern down.
Okay.
When I'm on the far side, a good 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, you can't see the group. Like I said, it's not like a 10-foot section. It's a significant section of the sewers you had to work your way through.
But I'm going to set the lantern down so I have at least some light for me.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Because then it would be a back shadow. No, I just keep carrying it. I don't want I don't want to be walking to the light and let it shadow me.
Okay, are you going to go on or are you going to wait for the group?
I don't wait for the group. I go on.
Okay. Meanwhile, the Alpha has disappeared down the tunnel. You don't hear any shouts or anything like that.
Nothing collapsed.
Nothing seems to collapse.
Is it safe? Fucking jackass.
You're a loud crash from somewhere in the tunnel.
So, okay, he's gone. We can openly discuss this.
You wait till I hunt you down.
We obviously can't go forward.
Why can't we? You're stealthy. I'm stealthy. I'm sure these two are stealthy.
I very well think you may be stealthier than I.
That's sad.
I don't think so, William. Average cube is better than me still.
The shadow class has no
Is
ability.
it worth
George.
our lives
Your base
to
agility is
try
better than
this?
him.
Do either of you guys have lights other than
Yeah.
my lantern?
I have your lantern.
Yeah, that's the light we have right now.
So we have to go as a group.
Yeah.
Doesn't that
spread
like
out?
Can I go for a different path? Like maybe double back? I can yell. He can hear us. I'm sure he can hear us unless that rock just killed him. But we didn't hear a squish.
Okay.
You finally get into the end. You yell something. And
Yes, I made it, Crush!
I'm haunted by an elf for the rest of my days. You motherfucker! Oh.
He's fine. He has faith.
Oh god, that was a beautiful image.
Does anybody else have like a torch or something?
You just asked us. Yes, we all have light sources. You just volunteered yours. So.
Okay, give me one back.
Hold on. I'm not letting go of this thing. It's dark. So. Damn it! No, I don't. If I don't have to go to work for another salon.
Yeah. No, you haven't seen any signs of those.
I dropped my light
Why
source.
don't we double back and try to find a different path?
well, that's a little bit hard to do in the sewers, winding sewer system.
But not impossible.
Correct. It's not impossible.
Surviving a cave-in, though, is generally considered impossible, correct?
Potentially. I would give about the same odds.
Let's assume you survived the cave-in. Now you're buried in your Iron Man suit. Underneath how many tons of rubble? You're gonna die a slow, agonizing death.
With the amount that costs, that's not like an off-put saying. He is Iron Man.
Yeah.
I am
Find
Iron
a
Man.
safe path through the rocks.
So expensive.
If you have a skill that's appropriate, yeah. That's
I
why the
would've
dwarf
armor
used
weapon. I don't
geology.
want armor.
So
I don't know
I would
the armor.
like
Iron
to
Kingdom.
I want an
use
ogre.
my
want to
lantern in one hand and a shield in my other hand.
What happened?
In case like any smaller debris
Did I get disconnected?
falls, so I don't take any damage there.
Okay.
And assuming the group's okay with it, I'm going to start stealthing forward.
Okay, so you're going to go by yourself, or?
I figured we were going to go one at a time.
So
Make sure.
okay, so he takes the lantern back from you and says, "I'm going to go on."
He's got a
This is when
death
the
grip.
last person that's going through collapses it behind.
I literally don't give him the.
So you
No.
want to drag the halfling with you?
No.
No, the lantern only has 30 more minutes, so
We need to go.
then it needs another
The
5.
elf is going to get himself killed.
I agree.
I see a little silhouette of
It's okay. The elf's already dead.
Right.
Hey,
Down here.
You don't get your 5 copper off of that if you died for that rock.
Down here, you're not dying. You're dead.
You come around the corner, you see a broken lantern burning on the ground.
Right. Why is there a light source standing up? It's flickering a lot.
I'm guessing I'll
And
have.
green pointed shoes.
That is a great reference.
I'm guessing I'll have negatives to attempt to stealth through in the dark.
In the dark, yeah, absolutely. You can't see where you're going. It's going to be really difficult to
He's
avoid.
got the dark vision.
Okay,
Right.
if you got dark
Yes,
vision,
I
then you
do.
can see. Okay, then you're not really in
You
the
have
dark.
legit dark vision.
The only
Yes.
thing that dark vision that you need for that for is if there were traps, people trying to hide from you to jump out and eat you.
Secret
Yes.
signs,
Secret signs. You're not going to see those very well
Right.
with dark vision.
or the lizard men hanging on
Okay.
the wall. You can't see them. They're cold blooded.
Wait, you mean those guys?
Yeah.
Fucking predator.
Okay, so yeah, I'm
We've
going to
actually
go
done that
forward,
to us back
assuming
when infravision was the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
assuming I don't take any.
That's
That-
so fucking dirty.
That's what it is.
That is so dirty. That's great. That's dirty.
Okay, well then, assuming I don't take any negatives for my night vision, I'm going to stealth forward with my shield up.
Now,
Okay, so you can hold your shield up and just stealth through in the dark.
Yeah, and
Got
just yeah,
So your choice of stealth or athletics.
it's the same.
technically,
Okay, give me a blind roll.
the way Sean is doing it is that if something has dark sight, it probably has more a clear vision
Right.
in darkness.
Right, they can actually see in the dark.
Right. Whereas we see
As he's
grays.
stepping through the tunnel, I'm going to try to give him pointers. No, don't step there.
What?
Step.
It's
2
giving me
feet
a
to the
minus
right,
10
step.
modifier for some
Why?
reason.
Because your armor?
Are you scared?
Are you
Look for your
Wait,
your
hang on,
extended
hang on.
range.
encumbered? Are you fatigued?
No, I'm not encumbered. I'm not.
Your armor. Are you in chain?
How about leather?
Your armor does it. Chainmail will give you
Yep.
a minus 10 to all
That,
heal.
that makes it hard for
Okay,
stealth.
then I'll use athletics. Does it do the same for that?
Yep.
Or you can
That
take your armor
kills-
off.
There's that. Go butt ass.
Can I just take my chain off?
Yeah.
Might not have
Okay.
enough oil for the dwarf to do
Can I
that.
just take my chain off and carry it with me to
encumbrance
the other
for
end?
removing
Yeah,
my
as long as
armor
it adds
gives
1
me
point
a
for each
greater
piece of armor.
penalty as if I'm wearing it.
Okay, then yeah, I
Which
take
kinda
my
makes
chain off.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. It
So-
may encumber you, at which point it
Trying to-
makes it
I'm
irrelevant.
the only member of the group that could get you. Like, if you were to drop unconscious and we'd have to drag you, I'm the only one that could do it.
Yeah, no, I've
Okay,
cut him up
your
into
armor
pieces.
adds 1 extra point of bulk
Because I can
Yeah.
carry it.
when
I
you,
can
still
when you
move it
unload it.
to-
So if you're close to a encumbered level, it doesn't matter whether the armor or carry
It's
it.
double your strength, right? That you can carry.
I'm only
It's strength plus
0.01.
It
you
doesn't
can
matter if you
fit.
take it off.
Is your encumbrance?
Because when you carry it, it's going to be heavier.
Yeah, I'm talking about what you
Okay,
can
well,
carry.
I guess I'm going to go.
I
Okay,
think it's
so give me a roll.
My apprentice could carry
Wait.
it, like with bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
So
not-
like I have 47 total between the two stats, so I could carry 47 pounds.
4 encumbrance. It's
4
the
encumbrance.
bonus.
It's
Okay.
strength. You actually can only carry 2 encumbrance. So your strength
give me a
bonus is
second.
1.
It is what it is.
This loaf of bread, I'm encumbered.
Yeah.
On a very serious note, picking up his lantern, you're done. The lanterns are heavy as hell.
Okay.
ain't
I
got
guess
one or
message
two
me if I
over
die.
this line.
Okay. Let me send you a message.
I mean,
Oh,
it
it's
is
only
half.
one.
It is half my size too.
A storm lantern is only one.
It'd be like one of us picking up a 50-gallon barrel.
Okay.
Oh, should I
I
turn
didn't
on
get
my
that.
storm lantern? Would that help?
Probably. Won't help in this case because you're not actually on a map, but
Oh, okay.
So.
90
I didn't
feet,
get that.
that's the cone.
Which is what I'm doing.
It's 30 yards.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm doing with
Yeah,
mine.
their default makes light really, really bright. Now that 30 feet is dim, versus half of it typically is the bright light, I believe.
It says, directed at a 90-degree arc, dark and alt, provides illumination for 20 yards or 30 yards when targeted.
Right.
So and that's where I have mine set as.
Okay, which is fine. You can see 30 yards in front of you in dim light.
I didn't get that.
Okay.
Hush could be useful.
I didn't get that.
What do you mean you didn't get that?
No, I don't have a message.
No. Don't you dare cast.
Did you leave it blind?
Probably.
Okay.
Tolman, why did you win against Heinrich by 3 SL? To rob him again.
Could I
Yeah,
use
it was
my
weird.
hush
It's hard
spell?
to get in.
Okay,
Bring it
okay.
also.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ben disappears into the dark around the tunnel.
Did you make it?
If I hear, I don't
Okay.
respond.
No, he doesn't get a response.
Would hush affect much of? If I make it to where
One
no
breath,
sound
so-
can be produced inside the
Mhm.
bubble,
God, I wish I knew he did that.
could I?
The hush thing.
Oh,
I really do wish I knew he did.
Yeah. Could I? Make
Would that have an effect on making any noise in the tunnel? Absolutely.
let me send you a message real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, if the dwarven theory is you make too much noise, you make
Yeah.
things fall. Well, a silent spell would absolutely prevent that.
Yeah. Want me to do that?
No.
It needs to be targeted on the. I can't shut up, man.
Yeah. Shut
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Shut up, Matt. You're under a hush.
God, I wish I knew he could do that.
No. I'll rather take my chances.
Okay.
Because you
How about
want
you,
to
dwarf?
scream like a girl. Come on.
Cast it on
I
yourself.
have fear
Won't be
of
put on
magic.
me.
I have to role play it.
Okay.
I love it.
Because this fucker scared the shit out of me last round.
If only you had some bugmans.
Did that go to you? Did that go to you?
Don't have enough bugmans to go around for every adventure.
We need to find.
Unless you're gonna give me some like brewery, that's like okay, we only sell bugmans. Then I would be fine with such things.
What
stock
do
up
we
on-
need to do for the Dwarven Society or the people here to earn that right? That's a task we need to look at. Because it's a
That's not what we
valuable
don't.
resource.
Okay. You're gonna your choice: stealth or athletics.
Did you get
So
a
the lantern disappears down the tunnel, leaving the two of you in the dark.
Yep.
Okay. I assume you have dark vision.
Yeah. All three of us have dark vision.
I'm pretty sure Andy's the
He-
only one with
I was
house
gonna take a
vision.
moment to see if he cast a spell or not.
Okay.
Average.
I just
Yeah.
realized you have your apprentice with you too.
I had the dwarf.
I can already did it. Squish! Damn it!
You almost made it.
Yeah. He is literally like 2 game sessions away.
He's like,
Do
he's
you want me to
looking
carry
on
your
you.
money for you
Hey,
in case you get squished?
hey.
We'll be fine.
I love it.
But
I
it will
love
cover
it.
you.
I would dig out his body no matter what.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Just the helmet.
It's also supposed to be
Just
blind.
the helmet's like worth so much.
I wouldn't care how long it took. I'd be like, let's get a team of dwarves down here. We're gonna tunnel him out. I wouldn't get dibs on your armor that way, but you know,
Well, yeah.
they gotta find a way to
Nice.
get bug.
That's
Okay.
better.
You know, it's worth something.
So the light disappears. What-
Okay,
what
when
do the
I
other
when I
three
get
do?
to where I think I'm safe.
Mhm.
I made it.
Okay. That disappears with the light. After several minutes, you hear a low rumble from inside the tunnel. That's it.
Someone kill him.
Well, that could be a good thing.
I would absolutely. At this point, I
will be
absolutely
casting
will
this
start
spell
shooting you.
myself.
Yeah,
Because you're
If you
doing
care to move
stupid shit.
within
It endangers the
Yeah.
entire
That's my goal.
group.
Okay.
So yes, I'm going to kill him.
Why do you think I moved so fast? I knew
No,
I was
I-
going to keep doing that.
At this point, I
So,
miscast.
a short distance down the hallway, you see Ben, and Matt is a bit further with the light,
All right.
looking into
I'm like-
a larger chamber.
I go to catch up to the elf.
I'm like
Normal.
Okay,
crouched
then
down.
I'll
with my
start
crossbow.
channeling.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be helpful. And communicate.
Average plus 20
That's all
or
I'm trying to do.
You know, your source of fear
Channeling
is why
damage
they
is
do
always
these
a
channels.
+0.
He's not next to him.
No, he's behind me. I made it
Oh,
through
you were
before
there.
he.
So that's all I'm gonna channel for.
Okay, that's 3 successes.
I'm surprised by the halfling and I shoot him.
Then I'm going.
Sorry.
Then I'm gonna cast a shell
Wow.
on myself.
He
Okay,
did
go
just
for it.
yell, so that's-
I absolutely shot. I'm not. He's alone over here with me.
I'm near
Yeah.
there,
Damn
but I'm
it.
not that important.
Okay.
No,
so
wait, that's right.
my
You're ahead of him.
robes
He's
get a
Yeah, I would look at you and say, "Kill that little."
SL bonus.
I
to
would
cast
say
it.
just like.
Okay.
How
But
do
yeah, I went
input
before him.
this? 'Cause
No,
it
I
would
just
tell
add
you
an
to
extra
kill.
SL to
It
it.
automatically calculates as a negative.
He's going to
1
get his
SL
kill.
bonus.
I just boop into the
What do you-
water.
That's what it's saying.
You push him into the
For my
water.
practical
Yeah.
use.
Just a little.
Yeah, I didn't know it had some
I don't
current
know
to
why
it.
that's-
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a -1. So I would erase. I would toggle this off,
I get turned down a
and
12.
in the SL bonus, do 4. And that will calculate the
Yeah,
words in the.
I get up to go. Yeah, I go up to go look
I don't
into
know
the
why
water.
it's -1. It's probably something.
Where'd you go from?
All right.
That'd be hilarious.
I liked your character until now. Now I want to kill it.
So glad I thought about that.
Okay.
That is a success.
No, that's a failure. Because you got a net success level of 1. Okay. You gonna try again?
So
Okay.
are you all me responsible? If
You haven't
Yeah.
miscast that as of yet. So.
Why do I care
Okay.
about that?
Yeah.
You're getting mad at me about every other
You
thing.
keep yelling and throwing rocks.
Oh, wait, you have the
I
projection.
have
Okay, never
tested
mind that.
multiple theories.
So, I mean,
proven
it is a
it's
question.
safe.
Arena corrupting influence.
If it was really
Not
that
currently.
sound,
Okay.
Do you
I
want
would
to
have
really
collapsed it by now.
Let's
If it was the rocks, I would
let's
have
prove
collapsed
it.
it.
Yeah.
Because that's a
If I
major
shoot them.
miscast automatically if you're in a corrupting influence area.
I'll give you multiple times to test your
No.
theory.
Yeah, I almost.
I figured you're the smartest guy in the group.
Try again.
Stop.
Keep going.
I'm like shivering.
Okay. So
My
you
character already
seem
doesn't like anything.
incapable of casting the spell
Tell me
dust,
when.
but you can keep
The
going.
Tell me when. I'm just aiming my
The way it's
crossbow
been
in.
explained to me is that I have to control that.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
just
start
want to see
working
what
my
the
way
group
down.
does.
Matt.
when
You're gonna
you
go
kill me.
regardless.
I'm gonna take like
Matt, I'm
I'm gonna
standing
take
right
my-
next to you. I'm
I'm gonna
just
take-
aiming. Tell me when.
long.
I don't want
Tell
to.
me when.
I
I'm
like
gonna
your
focus
character.
on
And I need it.
not making noise and stuff like that.
The
Okay.
whole group
Move as
needs
cautiously
it.
as you
And
can.
if he
It's
catches
at
up
risk.
with a silent spell later on, and
why
I get
we
the bubble,
need it.
they don't join it.
Okay.
Keep us.
I'm finally
rolling.
back to playing the halfling the way I started.
Okay. Roll again.
Oh my god, this is getting painful.
Oh.
Well, only through
And
when
his
they roll
hands so he
miscast.
can't remove the gang
No,
and
no.
can't swim.
There you go.
God,
Nope.
I have
rope.
a over 50% chance of succeeding.
He's sitting there channeling. He can't seem to bring all the winds.
It's
When
the
he-
fucking
when he
shit
is doing
smell
this-
is what it is.
I am distancing myself.
You
as-
don't even know he's doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to be anywhere near.
There you go. You finally channeled.
Finally.
Okay.
Like 10
Now
minutes.
see if you can
Not
actually
10
cast the
minutes,
spell.
like a
You
few
were getting
minutes
so animated.
I don't want to be anywhere near him. I don't.
Oh,
Alright,
dude,
we're
this
far
is
You
away.
see a
like-
bright red glow coming from behind you.
See, he's afraid of magic. My character has learned to. It's not that I'm afraid, but I have learned to fear magic.
The burning hell.
So
Finally.
Okay, so that worked.
No.
5 over.
That should not matter. It's
Okay.
just a matter of.
You know what I'm saying?
So it has a DC of or target number of what
Like
normally?
I hate.
Target number of.
I can't stand the.
Two.
Carbon
Okay,
issues
so you
involved.
have
Sort
you
of like
can increase the target, double the duration.
Double iteration.
Okay,
I love
so
Warhammer
you do
Fantasy.
that. Go ahead and give me your choice: athletics or stealth with a +20 because you're going very slowly.
So I hate to inform you guys, but my stealth is better than my athletics.
Did he silence you first?
No.
I got tired of him not
I was-
casting the
I
whole
was
time.
literally.
He
3
took,
hours.
He
You
took,
said
like, he took like 5 minutes saying, hold on, I think I got it.
I have to rub your head while I do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was infuriating.
So, but you doubled the duration rather than the target, so you only got one.
Doesn't matter. It's an area of
Yeah,
effect.
never mind.
But you don't want to expand it beyond one person.
I can make it to where no sound is created.
Inside.
the boat.
I understand that, but if you expand it to accept more than one person, you're getting more area outside of you.
Yes, I don't need more area. I need more duration.
To get through.
It's a 15. It's
But there are two of you.
Yes.
yes, which is why I don't need more area.
There's 3 of them, technically.
Not anymore.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I passed.
Okay. So you're working your way through. Behind you, you can hear the mumbling.
Matt having a heart attack.
You can hear the mumbling of magic, and then it all goes quiet. And then a short time later, the wizards walk up to you. All is completely quiet.
Got it. Super stealthy.
The logic behind it to me was I get 2 targets with no expansion beyond them,
Mhm.
so you guys are individually silent with your own spheres.
Right, but it only lasts 4 minutes. And
He
it's
doesn't know how long it is.
exactly.
I would have done it. I'm like, sweet.
You can do the duration bonus 4 times and get an additional 20 minutes.
Yeah,
It's per charge. I mean, you could do a mix of the two and stuff like that.
Technically, you only got one overcast level.
No, you can only do one of the 3 options.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll
I
be doing
need,
duration.
That was fun.
for all 3 of you, your choice, athletics or stealth, with a plus 50.
Again?
Yes.
What? I mean, we do have to worry about kicking
I'm
him out
like,
of the circle.
Gone.
2
Again?
bronze says the dwarf gets smushed.
I'll give you an extra success level of 1 because you've already done part of the test.
I'm like, I already passed the first test. This is like, how dare you pass? I'm making you roll again.
That's right. You didn't get very
I didn't
far
get
because you were
anybody.
going really slow.
It's funny. Voices, I'm making it. I'm making
I'm
it.
making
He comes
it.
up, what's
I'm
up, dude? And he keeps coming by. Damn it!
I mean,
Fix a rock
he
at
made
the
it, but he only went like 20 feet.
This wouldn't be stealth urban, right?
No, it's not urban.
Alright.
It's going to be your base agility, and that's it.
Yep.
And what? Don't you
Now-
have?
Like I said,
Ah.
you get a plus
Okay,
50.
That would be a plus 6.
Okay, I need
Not
one more
plus
roll.
There we go.
Yep. This is where it goes wrong.
Goes, what is it, pear shaped?
Because
I could have stealth too, and I would have.
Oh yeah,
passed
you
with
crit
flight
succeed.
colors.
Yeah, you could have been that guy. You didn't even need the silent spell.
modifier.
George crit.
You let him wander on ahead of you.
George critted.
Just want to point out,
I need to.
I was the bravest soul. I did it first.
I did
You're
it
not
second.
that brave.
I did it second.
Okay. Well, against
I
plus
did
50.
second, and I only,
I know, but he
I
still
only have a
sucks.
43.
Well, is that with plus 50?
No.
Okay,
What?
so he has a
You and I are pretty
97.
close to the same right now because I'm at minus 20 to do
A
everything.
47 is pretty darn good
A
for
40
stealth.
A 47 is
That's
amazing.
Not exactly,
accurate,
pretty
though.
close.
The only thing is I can't
So what's his
upgrade my
actual
agility
He
skill?
has a
with my class.
27.
I have, between my
That's pretty
agility
good.
and my
yeah,
skill,
It's
27 is
I
not
have
bad.
25.
because
It's
that's
not
his
bad.
agility.
It's yeah.
Okay, that plus 50,
I
plus
don't
50
have
is
any.
77.
well,
so
that's
he
my
passed.
point. No,
Not a
more than
problem.
that. Like, Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so after what seems like a
29.
really long time, the other 3 of them emerge in the darkness and then walk up to you completely silent. The traversing the tunnel took maybe 15 minutes or so. You guys are all on the other side. The elf is a short distance down the tunnel. You're overlooking what looks like I would say a cistern, but that's not really the right description. It's a large shaft, maybe 20 yards, 30 yards across,
He's a bad motherfucker.
with several tunnels that lead into it.
Sorry.
Sorry. I shouldn't have laughed.
I'm so sorry.
As soon as he said, I knew all the jokes were coming from
Yes. Always coming from the halfling. Anyways, there's several tunnels that lead into this area, and there is old metal scaffolding on the side that descends down what looks like 50 to 60 yards or so before it reaches another level, and the water and liquids pouring into this area pool into a blackish pool in the center of it.
Obviously draining because it's not gaining any height.
Correct.
I knowing that we just came from a lot of muck, whatever went this way had to have left tracks, even on metal grates. So that's what I'm
Yeah,
going
you still see signs of whoever you've been following coming through this area.
going down.
Going down.
Whatever.
I went up to him, by the way.
Okay.
So,
Can
Yeah.
you swim?
no.
No, it's a thinking
And
big
even
job.
if I could, there would be an undertow that
I'm just trying to say.
I take a couple steps away from the elf. What do
you
you
swim?
mean?
Can you swim?
Yeah, I put my hand on his back lovingly. Can you swim?
Hey, we can do my
Burn!
idea. We
My
can do my
swimming
idea.
ability was proven today. My swimming will not be.
Your
Matt,
anchor
we can do
ability.
my idea.
Really?
Titus handsome.
Really, the question you need to ask is, can you fly?
So at
I'm
this
going to
point-
teach poodles how to fly.
Where is the wind? Because it was pulling from behind me.
It's there's a draft pulling from the tunnels into the area,
And
going
following
down with the water flow.
Just keep looking at the water, man.
Okay.
The water flow, liquid flow, seemed to be drawing and drafting the air.
Shut my lantern. Are
Okay.
there any light sources? Close my eyes for at least the count of 30.
Just the lantern behind him.
Which,
Yeah.
nothing coming from
Yeah.
any of the entrances, exits.
Yep, nothing you say.
What are you doing?
I have a lantern.
Shut the
He
damn lantern.
stands next to you with a lantern.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Shut it!
You close your eyes, you put
Wait,
the
I'm not-
up
he
to your
doesn't have
face.
a
I'm pretty sure the oil that was left in it.
Take that back to the owner. Give that to the owner.
That's out of oil. I go hand it back to
Yeah,
him.
I take it back.
So how long have we been down here with my lantern on?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I got 2 flasks left. For
You
mine.
refill it?
Well, how long do storm lanterns last?
Don't they last longer?
We can wash off here.
No. No.
Yeah, well, you could wash off here.
And then you get.
It would replace the old filth with the new filth.
Oh, 8 hours.
Oh yeah.
I
you're
thought
fine.
the hour for a lantern was really
What,
short.
you sure?
4 hours, I'm sorry, for standard use. 8 hours if I have it at candle, like low light. 4 hours of standard use for me.
Lantern oil lasts
What about
a
lantern?
long time.
Okay,
How
I'm
about
going
early
by old school D&D, which is an hour for everything.
Now 6 hours for old school D&D. A pint of lamp oil is 6 hours in D&D. A torch is 1 hour.
Yeah, torch is different. Yeah.
Okay, so 4 hours.
Burning lamp oil an hour. It's like, man, that gets really expensive because it's not cheap.
There's a whole lot of whales dead on the fucking shore.
Oh, so
There are a lot of dead whales.
Oh, so I still have a flask
And
left.
the whaling
You
industry
still-
is
no,
struggling.
you're
It's
about
what's the
halfway
point
through your
of
first
growing
glass.
whales? We could just build a torch and have the same amount of
Yeah,
hours.
no shit. It's a
So-
lot easier to grow wood than it is to kill
Okay.
I
whales.
will.
Sartos is rich. So.
Third.
I'm gonna wait for the group to catch up.
You see the dwarf come out there with the wizards?
I hand the
Oh,
dwarf
too
a
stealthy.
bottle. Say, take a swig.
So
We got some risks coming up.
Okay.
What does it smell like?
It's hardcore whiskey.
Weak.
so I have 2. So
Stronger than Bugman's. Thank you.
so I have 2
I
hours
take a
left.
stove,
Okay.
For my
like an actual, down into the water.
Do you take a swig or not?
Just
Yes,
still
beer.
water.
You hand it back
Disappears
or
in the
not.
darkness.
But there's nothing like swimming in the water.
back.
It's
Yeah, but
churning
yeah,
and
I'm gonna have
foaming
some.
already from all the water cascading into
Yeah,
it.
okay. Fair enough.
I had some
So-
I have 2 hours
suspicious
left.
of the elf giving me alcohol.
No,
Yeah,
one
It
2 hours.
is
Oh,
just a
okay.
flask of spirits.
From what you know, this looks like it descends to the upper level of the
You don't need it.
of the lower city.
If you've noticed, you haven't really craved
this would be the
since
second
you had
tier
the
of
taste
it.
of the dagger.
So,
I drank my ass off.
This
What you talking about?
this goes to lower city.
No.
Lower city?
Upper
We're trying
city.
to find
I
an
was
exit.
about to.
You guys
said
are-
lower city, so
It's
that's why I was like,
it's the upper city, the upper level of the lower city. The lower city is the everything of the undercity. Okay, so you guys are in the sewer level right now. This goes to the upper city.
so the upper lower city guys.
Yes, the upper undercity.
I've heard stories.
What do you mean undercity?
You know what? I really haven't heard a lot of stories of this under.
Oh,
What can you guys
Oh,
tell me about
okay.
this?
And the other things.
Okay.
Hey.
I was confused because I thought we were talking about high class society versus
No.
low class. You're
Okay.
literally talking like a Skaven undercity type
Take
environment.
take
We're
Mordheim.
talking about multiple generations of sewer systems.
I understand. And
Right.
in Warhammer Total War, the undercity is where the Skaven
Yeah.
lives. So that's
we're
mentally
talking,
where.
we're
Granted.
talking about those terms, not Skaven, but
Yeah, I get
those
that. I get
terms.
that. Okay, cool.
So-
Sorry, I was confused.
I think we need to find a place to rest. When all of us have been up all freaking night. You can't tell me that none of you
Yeah,
are tired.
it'd be
Oh,
about
I'm
3
damn tired.
p.m. at this point.
We need
Sure.
to find a
Not tired.
good place to rest.
Actually, I feel pretty refreshed.
was
That's
there
fine.
a way out of the sewers from the tunnels and stuff like that?
There were
Close
two.
by?
There were ways we didn't turn.
There are tons of ways you didn't turn. If you want to try to navigate and try to find a way out, certainly. But who knows how long that's going to take?
Look at your handy dandy map.
It's covered with all these green smudges.
Okay, here's where we chose this path instead of this path. I make sure he can't see it. And here's where we chose that path instead of these other 4 or 5. This one didn't even exist. I don't know what the hell that was. That's why that's smudged. And that's why I point out to him, like, all I did was go, here's where we're at. Well, that didn't exist. And
Oh, you shit all over his map. Oh, God.
but it's accurate now. Come on now, from our entry point to where we will. I mean,
What
I'm
does this particular turn mean?
What you do is you enter the sewer at the green smudge. You turn left at the cockroach
right?
and go descend
Oh,
at the beetle.
oh.
I and then
I'm
turn
sorry, I'm
left
not
on
an
the poop
ornithologist.
station.
If you really want me to try to find a way out, give me a few hours. And I will try to find a
That
way.
would be the closest thing to rest.
Gynecology.
You don't think
Oh,
we can
that's
rest down here?
Definitely not.
Unless you want to rest in the sewers and stuff like that.
God, Dad.
I don't think that's going to be restful for most of you guys. You guys couldn't even stand a dwarven in it.
I slept there just fine.
They wouldn't let me sleep there.
Yeah, you couldn't handle it.
Whatever.
He was too tall for the beds.
You couldn't even fit in the doors.
His ears stuck out the end.
Let's see if it's any cleaner down below this. Maybe it opens into some other stuff. You say this is city below us? We're going from sewers to city?
It's
I've never gone this
No.
deep.
it's ancient sewers.
It's a
what she
halfling.
said.
It's a halfling.
It's ancient broken sewers.
Not physically
Are
capable.
we sure? I mean, all I've heard is... All right.
I don't
Well,
know.
as soon as I said it, I was like, damn it.
Do you want me to go first and I'll scout? Not that I can scout well carrying this.
I guess that's up to you, or I could go out there and scout. I'll find the danger.
Let's just go.
One way or the other.
My
This
worry,
railing isn't safe.
keep a spacing of 5 yards between us, at least. Make it 6 so it's even on the map.
That's how I searched for traps with my barbarian. I just opened the door and figured out if it was trapped or not.
Oh.
I've played with people that played those characters. I have never played one. And one of them I was the rogue, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna break out my kick. You son of a! As it all goes off, and I get
And the
into
best
it.
thing too is we went through a dungeon where almost every door is trapped, and I triggered every single one.
Just never learned the lesson.
You didn't
Hey,
care.
it's the quickest way
So
to
you
find
guys
a
gonna
trap.
switch up your marching order? Somebody else is gonna leave and navigate?
10 minutes
No,
to
I'm
look at a door.
gonna maintain the lead.
Okay, you still gonna go with the 20-foot lead?
I want at least a 20-foot lead. I want no one, like if as the scaffoldings change a new level, actually, so not 20 feet. I want no one on the same level as me
On the
at the
scaffolding?
same time. Yes.
Okay.
I don't care what they space themselves out for. I don't want no one on my level.
He's
You
below
still
us.
you
I
still
tell you
following after him?
Matt's
Okay.
below us.
You gonna
I don't
actually
count
respect his distance, or you going to push it?
He's getting really mad at me. I'm not gonna push it.
I have
The elf
already-
is tired. So
I'm tired.
He's
I'm
already
angry.
killed me like 6 times.
Well, and I will at some point probably kill him. So
Right. He's beneath us.
I'm still gonna try to be obnoxious and like whisper shit to him, but I'm not gonna threaten his life
you
with.
hear dark voices as you descend. Okay.
I'll go
Dwarf
down.
is your best friend.
I'll let people social distance themselves away from me.
Okay. You guys wander or
You're
move
the
cautiously
middle
down.
tail.
The railing and scaffolding creaks
Meteor.
and shakes as you guys go on it, but holds despite its age and condition. It still seems relatively sturdy. It's covered with muck and water falling from above, and all of you are thoroughly drenched by the time you reach the bottom of it.
I can't avoid it.
You can't really avoid that unless you have some other means of descending.
I miraculously feel clean. I don't care. The clumps that are on me, I'm like,
it is pressure filth.
I don't
Oh.
care. It's good with me.
Why is it warm?
That's awesome.
And strangely salty.
It's like,
It's always fun when Ben chimes in.
yeah, that was a good one.
Yes.
Well, I love during the wintertime when you're leaving your neighborhood and you see the steam coming up from the gutters and you're like, somebody's either doing something in the bathroom or taking a shower. There you go.
Anyways,
Is it dwarven architecture?
no, as you descend down the next level, it is dwarven architecture, significantly older. Okay. You recognize a lot of the designs, the layouts, etc., but they
And now you're
seem
far.
very archaic and old-fashioned compared to modern dwarven architecture. Okay.
I would be looking for the secret signs thief or whatever that. I think it's the.
Okay.
How could you tell through the muck?
It's signs. It's not language. It's literally symbols and signs.
Yeah. So thus far, you haven't seen anything
Okay.
along those lines.
I'm crying.
Okay. Yeah, same thing for you. No rogues or wizards seem to delve this far. Okay, give me a navigation roll or tracking.
So that's when you know you're done. Is that rogues and shadow wizards haven't been down here.
Yeah,
that we know we're still. Navigation or track, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm rolling. You said blind GM.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I love how the group has to trust the elf, because I think I might be the only one with navigation and track ever since that character died.
I have.
Okay.
You have navigation and track?
I have navigation.
Oh, well.
Same.
What's your initiative? Jesus Christ, I just thought about that. He's like, I have a 14 initiative, but I have track.
Give me a perception check, Matt.
Kind of tracker survival.
Yeah.
Matt, give me a blind perception check.
My initiative is
No.
Initiative's a 32.
You played it well that he did.
I have 32.
That's because I lied to you.
I believed it. You're like, I'm a wolf man. Of course I have survival. Okay.
He had
It's like you're stupid.
33 outdoor survival.
That's why I hated the elf so much. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Screw you. Stupid elf. Or stupid wizard.
Yeah, I had a spell for that.
Yeah, he had 33 outdoor survival and no track.
Wow.
I picked up all the utility spells just to make the elf useless.
That was why I hated you. It really was. I'm the one that has the open lock skill. Knock, knock. Here you go.
No, the only reason Matt...
Okay, Matt, I sent you a message.
The only reason the elf is here is because dwarf the...
I see nothing.
Not bad.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Did anybody else see my message?
He's like,
Oh,
every
you
single
failed your
character died.
That's because when I have it on blind roll, it only whispers me because it doesn't actually send you anything.
I figured you just failed this perception check.
No.
I didn't find it.
I would have sent them something anyways.
That's gonna be my one funny joke this whole game.
So, is it when I pause? Should I whisper back to you then?
Sure. I mean, you're 20 feet ahead of the group.
Whoops.
I grenade the elf.
So, for clarity, the matching order, we have the elf, the halfling, and then him.
I guess me?
You,
Sure.
you, and the apprentice, and then the dwarf brings up the rear.
I would assume I'm a little bit more toward the front, but I guess I could cover the rear. But sure,
Okay.
I'll be the second charge instead of being the primary charge.
I guess you can go in
So
front of me.
the really sad part is that I just realized that I typed something. Yeah, wow. Sean had
You
not
didn't
liked
type.
the whole portion with the tunnel. I'm really pissed off. Just because I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and
Keep going.
Does he have to use echolocation?
What's he, a bat?
Halfling starts echoing. Echo! 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 Matt responds. Location! Location!
that was like hey, it is sad that was that funny to me too. I'm laughing at him. That's great.
Oh, Matt, give me a perception.
I thought it was funny, but it didn't make me laugh.
It wasn't even that funny.
I will.
Did you say me?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say that I had a GM that when I had a bat familiar allowed it to confer echolocation as the ability back in 2nd edition D&D.
Yeah.
Because you got different abilities depending on it.
I think Pathfinder does
That would be
similar
cool.
with familiars.
I have
But
super
but
smell, but I doubt
I
that
just
works all
never
over
got
here.
to get my
Okay.
familiar.
I had to literally to get it though. I had to close my eyes because it was such a powerful ability back then. Nothing had echo. That's blind sight. So I had to literally walk around with my eyes closed and make the noise to try to get echolocation. Which is imagine all you're gonna do is walk around and go. trying to get echolocation.
Walking into shit.
Yeah, don't. What? I love bats. They're one of my favorite animals.
I like penguins.
That's a different one.
I like penguins. I don't know what to say. I like penguins.
They're neat.
You do anything?
Yeah.
They're big like me. Wait,
Take my rock.
slow.
Like one of my rocks.
I
And
like their
They slide.
quote unquote
throw it at him.
mating ritual.
Okay,
What?
you get hit by a rock from behind you. The rest of the group is. You see the halfling stopped right around a corner. Passageway is fairly narrow
Shit,
around
man.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was. Oh yeah. Hey guys, there's
I keep
markings here.
walking.
Okay. Ben, give me a perception roll.
That's epic.
Line.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that. Of all the people to see it and not translate it, come on.
Okay.
I mean, he did warn the rest of the group.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, dude. I yelled back, everybody, there's a light here, right here.
Okay. Okay. As you come around, you see a large pipe stretching out across the tunnel. It's broken, mangled, and has several sharp edges, right about human head height. As you come around the corner, there's a piece of cloth that's been tied to it. You're just about to smack your face into it when the halfling says, "Hey, watch out! There's something up here." Allowing you to avoid it.
I'm guessing I can't read it. Read the note.
There's no note. There's a piece of cloth.
Oh. Okay.
Somebody recently, it seems, has tied a piece of cloth. It's only partially covered with filth.
Hey, it's cold.
Okay. So the rest of you pass on without much difficulty.
There's also living counties in the sewers.
Okay. The tunnel beyond it narrows even further. Right, moving you down to single file and crawling again. Okay. For most of you, that means almost squeezing through the tunnel because even the halfling is kneeling down to crawl through. Okay. There's not much water in here, but there's definitely age-old muck and slime and so forth that's dried in it, making it a tight and stinky fit.
Are
but
you sure this
functional.
is the way you went?
Yep.
He's still seeing tracks and so forth.
Show me.
Okay.
Because this doesn't make any sense. If
Right
he's
there.
human-
I point behind me, right there.
Yeah.
There's tons of tracks.
He takes 5 feet back and then points at several footprints right in front of him.
Pretty much right.
Dude, for a human, that's really long. His knees are very far apart. Fucking crawling on your knees.
Okay.
Anyways,
you're gonna go through.
Mhm.
Okay. As you
Trying to be very careful and stuff.
yeah, as you go through, you get a sense of space ahead of you, and you see the tunnel opens up into what looks like a natural cavern.
Okay.
Okay. You come out. The tunnel comes to an end. The tube at a small ledge, and there's a ledge that heads off to the right. In front of you is a natural cavern that descends outside of your view. No sign of liquid water, waterfalls, or anything like that. It just descends into the abyss. Your noise, etc., just sort of disappears into the void of the area. It's big enough. There is, looking around to the right, you see what looks like wooden scaffolding built up here and there, and maybe 20 yards or so off to the right along this ledge, it opens up into a larger area, in front of which is a single massive wheel, a winch system built up on the side of the pit, okay, with a thick iron chain that descends straight down.
Oh, Christ.
I get you want to make it difficult for us to get there, Dad. But
shine
come
my
on.
lantern around just to make sure I don't see anything else or anyone else, and start heading that direction towards.
How many more hours
Okay.
has it been?
It's hard to tell. It's maybe another 30 minutes or so.
Oh, okay, minute
Okay.
30 on my oil still.
Sure. Okay. So you say you climb out?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, it's a narrow ledge. Given the apparent height that you're at, it feels very narrow. It's several feet. You're not really in much risk, unless you have vertigo.
Not yet.
Or perhaps are tired.
Either one.
What's that?
The first thing I do though is I look at this and I go, "This is a fantastic spot for a trap," and I start looking around for anything that might have ambushed me or like tripwires, traps, anything.
No, you don't see anything like that. Along the side, there is a line of iron spikes implanted in the wall. Every 2 feet or so.
No rope.
No rope.
I break out my rope.
Okay.
How far is it to the?
About
Wheel.
20 yards.
Take off the grappling hook.
Okay.
Tie one end of the rope into the first one.
First spike. Okay.
And start
Meanwhile, the
feeding.
halfling has moved up behind you.
We stole that crap.
I have.
He has a second one. He makes you carry the spare.
Fancy pants over
I
here.
tie the first one in.
I
Start
also have rope, but
feed
it's
it
on
to
my
the
board.
next.
They're not rings per se. They're literally just a spike in the wall, like a handhold.
I'll still do it. I'll like tie it to this one, loop the next one, keep it taut, loop the next one.
Okay.
keep
How
it
much
taut.
rope you got?
Just 20 yards.
Okay. So it's not going to go all the way.
The
It'll
last
go
one.
most of the way.
Yeah, last one is where I'll leave it.
Okay.
Or
Yes.
Second to the last one,
Okay.
is I'm assuming about where I'll keep it tight, assuming each one of those pegs is really, really tightened in.
Mhm.
And tie it off there as tight as I can make it, and then stealth, ease my way over to the last little bit using the pegs. Last few, I guess, probably. I don't know how far.
Okay. You start working your way across. You're about 10 yards in. Give me a perception check.
You realize there.
The halfling's just starting to climb out the other side, out the tunnel, take in the same scene. The Ben's right behind you.
Yeah. Why am I on the ground? I'm a road warden.
Why am I underground? I'm an elf.
Okay.
What else?
From around the corner, you hear voices in a chittering type voice.
Hello.
Bit squeaking and so forth. Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar to something you heard back at the castle.
And I would immediately
There sounds like quite a few voices.
keeping my body to the wall. I would turn to as he's crawling out. I'd be like,
He wants you to jump.
He wants you to shove Ben off.
If he can. I don't think
I
he
push
can.
him into the tunnel. But anyway, and I start working my way back to him, aiming, like, keeping my eye on where the noise is coming from, easing my way back.
Okay.
Even if that means I'm walking backwards.
You still have that lantern going, right?
Fuck yeah, I would have been.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, but you had it on dim light, so that's
well,
only a candle.
it wouldn't have mattered at this point because I would have had to set it down and turn it off if I'm knocking an arrow. So I'm going to turn it off.
Well, how are you doing hand over hand across the side of the
He's
hole?
not. He's tying a rope. The ledge isn't really. It's
I'm
2 or
glad
3
you
feet.
said that.
Okay.
Glad you said that because in my mind, I'm still got the lantern with me going.
Right. Yeah, you would have been doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a ledge he was walking on. I literally thought he was
Oh,
going
no, yeah, that'd be a whole different
and
thing.
type it and like tie it on like
That's dwarf defeating.
That's what I thought. I was like,
No.
that would be lost straight.
It's strength based. I would be perfect in that situation.
He'd be like, yes, this is awesome.
It'd be halfling defeating.
Yes.
I'm not bad at strength. Come on up. All right.
So yes, you've been tying the rope on as you've been moving up, holding the lantern for light.
So you did bring up a good point. My character, Matt, didn't think of and my character would have instantly in the situations I would shut the lantern off. You know, like
Okay. As soon as you heard something.
yeah, I'd be like, oh shit.
Okay. So the lantern's off. It's blazing hot still, but.
And I start working my way back. I wouldn't even have the bow out then. I was
Okay.
like, I have free hands.
Okay,
No,
you're just gonna stealth back.
I'm gonna stealth back.
Okay, give me a blind GM stealth roll.
This is fantastic.
Am I-
It's not rural or urban, so it's straight agility.
Please get caught.
Whole stealth chasm.
Please get caught.
Please get caught.
Meanwhile, for those who back still in the
am I
tunnel,
just coming out?
Hold on, that does
you're
not
at
count.
the edge of the tunnel.
Not count. Still
Oh,
blind
shit.
GM.
Oh my god.
I vote we make that count.
Right here.
Before I ever saw the results, I said, hold on, doesn't count. Jesus Christ, at 99. I
That's
feel like
got
I'm
Matt.
back into my last
Now,
game.
how much do you want to bet the next roll was worse or better?
There's only 1% worse.
Yes.
You know, if it was, it was.
There's also a 1% chance for an elf to get a physical mutation.
The
Okay.
only bad part about doing blind rolls is that I can't go, I spend a...
I understand.
Yeah,
I
so-
understand. We've tried to figure out a way to do that. The best idea I would have is if it's critical enough that you don't want to fail it, I'm willing to have you spend it if it becomes relevant.
Okay.
Okay. If you say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice a hero point if I need to, fine, I'll let you know, okay, in this case you needed to roll again.
Gotcha.
Versus you didn't need to.
It's
a
not, here's
factor.
the results.
Right.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
I get you. I'm willing to,
You're willing to sacrifice a hero point?
not a hero, I don't have
Or
one
a, fate,
of those.
a fortune point?
No, I don't have one of those either.
Okay.
I'm willing to get a dark deal if I have to.
Okay. You don't need a dark deal. Okay, so he retreats back the tunnel as the halfling is standing there a little bit confused. The watchman is in the tunnel, still trying to figure out how to get out, and everybody else is like piled up behind him in the tunnel.
Oh god, it's fantasy centipede.
That movie is awful. God, it's so bad. I look back. How far back is the dwarf?
No.
The dwarf's in the rear of the group.
No, I poked my head out. What's going on?
Freaking really?
Yeah.
They stuck me in the rear. I'm like, why wouldn't I
Yeah,
be in the
and-
front?
and-
But no,
and give-
everyone wanted to be in the front.
And given the ledge, there's no way to swap positions.
I get it. All right, everybody back out. But I need the
I can't
dwarf.
turn around.
So what? Just back up. Just pass it back. Tell everybody to back up and get the dwarf out
How
here.
long have we been going through this tunnel?
Not long. Just go back up.
Not long enough.
It's been a while. We're like 5 minutes in. Dude, that's a lot of crawl.
So, with great difficulty, the train reverses, heads back to where you guys can maneuver a little
You and I are still on the ledge. Like,
Yeah, I'm not playing that game. I'm not on the ledge.
10
Okay.
minutes later.
all right, listen up. Do you know what escape? As they're all gone.
Yeah, they're all moved up the
Oh,
tunnel.
man.
Do you know what escaping is? No. All right. They are human-sized rats that love to eat and destroy. So they will eat you and destroy everything.
And why are you bringing this up now?
Because there's probably a dozen of them right down there.
I go in the tunnel.
Okay. Start crawling through.
I face towards the group and start crawling towards them.
Go, 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 go.
With alacrity.
Okay, so you guys retreat down the tunnel. It's 50 yards or whatever.
I stay where I'm
you
at,
guys
like-
have enough room where you can maneuver.
I don't know how good they are at climbing because I never saw that. I don't think.
No.
No,
No.
I'm talking about their skating.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to assume they have to make it up the ledge to me, so I'm staying on the little thing.
Oh, you're on the ledge?
I'm on the
You're
ledge,
not going back through the tunnel?
No.
Okay.
and I'm knocking in there. I told them what to do. I don't know if they listened to me.
Yeah, they're gone at this point.
That's fine.
You're by yourself.
I'm going back. You're not there.
Yeah, same.
Okay, well, you guys are still
Yeah,
retreating.
The whole time he's like, "What's going on? Damn it, people!" What? And nobody told him.
I'm really slow!
Oh yeah,
I have,
he's also
I
on
have
the back,
benefits.
so
I
you
don't
know it
take
goes
the
past
squeezing
him.
penalties
I
and
understand.
stuff
I
like
understand.
Backwards, also.
And
And
he's
I'm
strong as shit, so.
I have an arrow knocked, aiming down in case they come my way, waiting. If I see any movement coming from the way of the wench,
Yeah, there's no movement whatsoever. Unless you want to attract them, they don't seem to be aware of your presence.
Probably have a
I'm
lot.
wondering if a dozen is enough. Did I feel like it was a dozen was like a proper number?
Yeah.
It's Skaven, so there's 3 more when you can't see.
Oh,
There's
trust
one
me, when I
watching
told
you right
Brett-
now.
Yeah, there's one
Plus
right
the other
above
dozen
you.
above you.
The fight will.
No,
I
there's-
looked.
no,
I
that-
specifically
that-
looked.
You did look.
That they got one across the chasm.
That
and
guarantees
one
there are
watchtower
none
with
up there.
Big magnifying glass. What is he doing?
I looked down the pit thing and then looked back. And I don't like being alone, so I'm starting to get a little nervous.
No, you're feeling very brave.
Yeah, I hate that stupid dwarven stuff. Get out of my system.
Hey, it's okay. Once combat starts, you're gonna pull your sword anyway.
You're at a
Yeah.
level of
Especially
buzz
on
where you
this-
don't want to be buzzed anymore. and
That's
you're
right.
just-
Like
You're trying to force the alcohol out of your system.
It's okay. You're gonna get frenzied on the small narrows cliff.
But the only good part of all of this is that I was cured of all the wounds I had.
That's right. You can hold off for a round or two.
No, I won't. Not when I'm frenzied on a cliffside holding onto a peg. Ah!
Your point there.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Hey,
What's
just
your
kick
roll
them
up
all
next
off.
there,
Just
guy?
kick them all off.
Good point. Does the
Burn out the guy.
decline go to, I come out, does it go to the right or to the left?
The ledge goes off to your right. There's no decline or incline per se. It's just a 3-foot ledge, approximately, that runs along the side of the cavern over to where this chamber is.
I'm
Was
waiting for the dwarf at this point.
Okay, so you're going to have the whole group retreat and then send the dwarf first.
I'm hoping that's what I told him to do, so
Okay.
let's see.
When I put my head through, was there a pathway to the left?
No.
Telling you what, holding onto a pig is a very common way for animals to die.
That'd be too convenient.
So, the dwarf goes in first after that. Who's going to follow the dwarf? You are?
Me, I guess.
Okay. Who's going to follow
Do you
the
say-
trollman?
I'll follow the
What, to them?
Yeah.
No.
You just come shooting out after all the rest. Like, right, guys, ready to go,
Okay.
right?
So, you and your apprentice go next, leaving the halfling by himself in the dark.
Halfling, no. No. Halfling does not
You-
stay in the back.
You saw me whisper
Sorry.
something to him,
Okay?
and he took off down the tunnel after you guys.
Well, you're the last one back into the tunnel,
Maybe.
going back towards the
Oh,
elf.
you bastards.
Okay, look. Tiger, I could
He
let you-
emerges as the dwarf sticks himself in.
I could let you
And then
go
everybody
right.
sequentially pushes the halfling out of the way
No, I
to
ha-
go
I ha-
into the tunnel.
No, I have to kick the dwarf so he fits.
Meanwhile, you
Falls
see
around.
red eyes in the back.
Yeah. No. Because I don't have
Not this way!
Well, I still have your lantern.
There's only 6.
No, I took that back.
No, I didn't let you take it back.
Yes, you gave it to me when I ran out of oil.
Yeah.
You can't gaslight me.
But you had light.
He can do that very easily.
Yes, you can,
Okay,
but not
so
this
the
time.
dwarf eventually makes it back to you.
Before he climbs out, I stop him gently.
Okay.
I assume he understands when I go, I put my hand out like this as his shoulders come up.
Yeah, he has battle tongue.
I don't want battle tongue. I say there are many Skaven down that narrow ledge on the other side of a winch mechanism.
Okay.
Chains descending into the darkness. I would assume it's some sort of a lift that will move people from lower to upper.
Oh, what are they currently doing?
I don't know because I don't understand Skaven.
You don't learn.
Why? Why would you tell the Ironbreaker there are Skaven?
You don't learn.
What?
The last time you told him, hey, there's a monster on the other side of the wall, the fucking dwarf pole vaulted over it in aggression.
And you assume that's something I don't want him to do?
And that's not against his arch enemy.
I keep forgetting you're not. You're.
Anyways, where you currently are,
Mean asshole.
I'm brave, dude. Come on.
where you currently are, you can't hear, see, or have any indication that there's anything in that other room.
I get it.
Okay.
I just tell you, down that way, and you'll see it if you choose to go that way. It opens up where there's a winch mechanism. Somewhere at the end of this ledge, it opens up, and somewhere in there, I heard many Skaven. Many? I told the halfling a dozen. He took off running. Could be 20. Could be 10.
Could be 2.
I'm on the other side of the dwarf. Like,
let's try to
hey,
figure out
keep
how many
moving.
there are.
All a matter of how well the elf can count.
How far along this ledge do you need to be to fight efficiently?
Right here. Any part of the ledge I can.
Can he and I stand on this ledge and fight efficiently and effectively?
Sure, until you have to draw your sword.
Wax on. Wax on. I say,
Not the melee
It's-
combat
it
you were
is-
looking for.
it has
If
been.
you can hold yourself together, you can
As
fight
you, as
very
you
effectively.
witness here recently, I can't handle the idea of enemies in front of me. Can you engage them further away so I might have an opportunity to fire a few times? If, I just have this feeling that I'm gonna, you've seen me. It's a little irrational. I just want everything in front of me to die that chooses to bear arms against me.
If
So
you can
Yeah, why don't
presumably
you get the
position yourself
frenzy?
anywhere along the ledge, and he could be back behind you and shoot him. Not a problem.
So, how stable is this current cavern? Say a explosive goes off.
It's wooden scaffolding.
It's
Well,
wood.
the wooden scaffolding, yes, I guarantee I'm fine with that. But the cavern itself, if there's many Skaven, a grenade's gonna go a long way.
I get it.
Beautiful game. I love this game so much.
I wish I had my pistol.
Hard to say. You're in the upper undercity.
I have skills and stuff like that, like
Who's
the
next?
geology, the metallurgy, the smith.
Okay,
stuff like
give
that.
me a geology roll.
I'm already.
10 to
line.
20 Skaven.
I'm ranged.
I say 10 to 20 Skaven ahead of us along this ledge.
Okay.
You don't even know what Skaven are.
Bonuses.
I
I'll
don't know what
apply.
Skaven
I know.
are. Fake.
Yeah.
I'll apply.
Just be afraid, be worried. They tend to employ
Okay.
gas
You want to use a
grenades,
fortune point?
Did you say
explosives,
Okay.
and melee weapons.
Did you say
So-
scam?
No, missile weapons.
Look safe.
Are you
I mean,
behind
it's a
him?
big enough cavern.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on where you put the explosive, it
I'm
might cause some
trying to
localized
whisper
damage.
to him.
It's not going to collapse the whole cavern.
I figured it wasn't.
I'm not trying to hide it from you at all.
The
But I'm
bigger
trying to whisper
concern,
to him so he
honestly,
doesn't carry.
for what you know with Skaven, is the noise
What's a Skaven?
and
Yeah.
reinforcements.
Man-sized rat people.
Because if there are
That's a
any
wreckage field.
nearby, Skaven
They
tend
do.
to their standard battle tactic is to engage if they're being overwhelmed, or whether they're being overwhelmed or not. They always send for reinforcements to overwhelm whoever they're fighting.
Yeah.
Explosives, they don't need to send a runner.
So, regardless, no matter what they're doing, how many there are,
Mhm.
whether we engage them or not, we need to disable the lift somehow and then get back.
Yeah, bombs.
Because we're not going to be going deeper here.
Give me the bombs.
Yeah, you have bombs, correct?
Do you know how to use them?
You need to light the wick before I go.
No, that's the answer to your question.
I'll stealth over there.
Just light the wick.
Suddenly he becomes that orc from fucking Lord of the Rings.
Just
Put them in this backpack.
How long?
Light one.
How long of a wick can you give me?
Wait, orc from Lord of the Rings.
How
I
long?
look at the
theoretically?
distance away that.
I think we determined it can be up to 3 rounds,
Okay.
How far away is
but
the,
it's unpredictable even with
Orc
that.
was so
How
stealthy.
far away is the?
Winch?
What orc was so stealthy? In
It's
Lord of the
20
Rings?
yards along
Was
the
still-
ledge, plus
Suicide
maybe another
giant
5
bomb
yards
was
beyond that.
ran up.
In the
Oh,
center of this
that
room
guy.
area, the side chamber.
You said orc,
Can you attach
not
it to
orc.
zero?
Can I what?
Can you
No.
attach it?
Orc.
No.
Orc.
It's a good thought though.
But you say you get there, you blow it up, you're not dead from the explosion. You still have the Skaven charging you on the narrow passageway. You'd be in front. In the
25
melee
yards to
combat.
get to it, right?
Mhm.
I can, in theory, get there, drop the bombs, and get back
What if you
in
actually
6 seconds.
What material is the winch made out of?
You can't run effectively along the narrow ledge.
Effectively is the word. I
I-
can still run.
You absolutely could, yes.
Like,
He
slip.
slips in tunnels. Just a random explosion.
I'm just making sure you understand it. I mean, walking along it, generally speaking, not a problem.
Man, that was 20 gold
The
words.
visual
Grab the
of that
rope.
is amazing.
In a combat situation, a
That works.
stressful
Hey, we found
It's a
out
bit
how to
more
get fireworks
dangerous,
for the
and certainly running is going to be dangerous.
What material is the winchman out of?
You can't really tell from here. Mainly wood and steel.
The winch,
Iron.
it's strong enough to carry a heavy chain and use it as its locomotion or its device for movement.
Yeah, it looks like it has a large hand crank mechanism by it that actually powers it.
That actually makes me worry about how many of these stupid little rat things does it take to turn that crank.
Just one.
Well, I know that. You and I,
Just one.
which is my character has
Skaven
never.
slave.
My character's never seen a
Or
rat
a rat
ogre.
ogre.
My character's never seen a rat ogre. It's seen Skaven. I don't know of rat ogres. So I was So how many Skaven do you think could be stationed here? Do you think we can take? If we can take them, let's just take them.
Okay. Have I come out of the fucking tunnel at this point?
No, you're at the back. There's like 4 people in front of you.
I mean, with the
Because there's no
legends
room
of
for
like
anybody
that,
to stand here.
assuming they don't have any
No.
Not that I wanna
gas.
do
No.
that.
Yeah,
Or
you
any
can't because
other
it's extra
effects
narrow
like
at this
that.
They
location.
used a sleep gas on us last time, where it was like a weakening or stunning type. It was like they made us slow.
Yes. Assuming they don't have any gas, we should be fine on the ledge because they can only attack us one at a time, or else fall.
I'm just sitting in a tunnel staring at an ass.
So it shouldn't be that hard. We can easily do a running retreat.
It's shadowy though.
Yeah, a shadowy
So,
plot.
I mean, functionally,
They
we
don't-
don't
they
have
don't
to
look
worry
at
about
metal
ninjas
eye.
then. We just need to do a fighting retreat.
Good thing is even you. Well, other than you, everybody's gone nose
So
blind.
the
You
two
have
of
that
us
acute
stealth
smell,
forward.
so-
Yeah, I'm
With the
dying.
idea of planting
A
bombs.
slow, agonizing death.
One bomb should do it.
You
We
think?
probably don't want
Yeah.
it in their mouth either.
Look at the wench mechanism. Oh, we're talking like wench or wench mechanism.
No, big. Yeah, the wheel itself is, gosh, probably 10, 12 feet across.
So Vermintide style, like
Sure, it's
Skipping.
big. It's big.
Right.
I mean, the chain links are like this big.
Do you want me to scout with my shadow?
There's no light. They're not using a light source.
Correct.
I was thinking.
We're currently in the dark right now.
I was thinking Skaven, so just ominous.
You have a couple of lanterns, I think, from the group going.
Coming out the little tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, so
thinking
it acts as a
Skaven,
flashlight.
So ominous green glow.
No ominous green glows.
how far across is this cavern?
The cavern itself, you can't see the other side.
Because I have dwarven cinder blast bombs, which are penetrating and extra dangerous and blows up bigger.
All I have to do is like light some sort of cord that's on it, right?
In theory,
He has the party fun. He can buy the
three
lot.
gold.
So I can stealth
He's
forward.
got like a mini nuke on.
I
You-
start-
they
I
got
start-
you
I
always
start-
that powerful.
armor and
I started with 3.
I can stealth forward.
Standard issue iron.
Plant
have
the
3
bomb.
gold?
If nothing else, I can
You
come
have
back.
three
You
gold? I
can
only
then
have
stealth
2.
forward.
Dad,
to
you
light
have a magical item.
Or I can try
No.
to fire flaming
No, I don't.
arrows at it to light it.
I have a cursed item.
Same thing.
Big
difference.
difference.
Plant-
Big difference.
The issue is the
Curses are
challenge we
magic,
have
too.
is planting the bomb. It's not setting it off. From
No,
my
the curse
perspective,
is
right.
being magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically what
I'm
Warhammer
going to
curses
try
are.
to have 2 arrows, take oil rags, turn them into flaming arrows to have them at the ready. And I'm going to tell you, if nothing else, if you can't make it to set it off, I'll set it off. My question to you is, how close do you need to be, or how big of a risk is it to you if they come swarming out to attack you? Should I just set it off?
Let me read penetrating.
Are we trying to blow up the wind?
I think it might be ignores armor.
I think I can
non-metal
get there,
AP, so
place
so
it.
it would, and the first point of all other armor. So it turned my soaked of 6 with armor to 4. So I mean,
What's
it
the kind of potential damage on it though?
has a plus 14 damage initial
Oh,
He would feel it.
oh man!
in a 3-yard radius.
Oh shit! That's
Isn't that 3 squares?
So if we get it on
Relatively
the,
small.
explosives.
but if
never
we
make
get
sense
it,
in
if
these
we get it,
games.
if you're able to place it where I can hit it and it's somewhere near the shaft of the winch
He
mechanism,
said shaft.
because it's not going to hurt the chain, right? Is what you just said.
Keep saying wench too.
Yeah, I know. I
What do you mean
let
it's
that
not
one
going to hurt
go.
the chain?
The chain
I
itself,
don't
it's not
understand.
really going to hurt, right?
Well, no, it's penetrating.
Ooh.
It goes
Oh,
through the
okay.
metal.
Dead.
No, you said it ignores all but
I've been trying
metal.
to think of a joke
And-
the whole time.
One
And
point.
it goes through
There's
one
one
point,
each.
Correct.
which is the max you could do.
You want
That's
penetrate
the
the shadow
penetrating in
knowledge.
Warhammer.
I
For
understand that.
armor and
I
stuff like
understand
that.
that. For I mean, it's going to do damage, but I would say it's
I was more aiming toward not for killing the chain, but killing the arm that has
right. The wheel itself has wooden pieces, etc. It would probably take heavy damage. Okay, whether it's completely destroyed or just disabled, who knows? But you could certainly do quite a bit of damage with that. But it's an incendiary bomb, right?
No,
This is
it's a high explosive.
high explosive. Okay.
What is the range of your bombs? Could you throw a second one from where we're at and hit it?
That all depends on how low I roll. But it's range throwing.
I
is
look at
based
the
off-
dwarf. Are you doubting your skill?
It's based off my strength bonus. Is the range?
So
for
I
throwing
should throw
things. Probably not. And you're not that strong.
Halfling's good with it. He's got a sling.
Wait, could that actually work?
No, they're too big and heavy.
Oh.
But my agility,
No
which I
fun.
would assume is
Now-
an agility-based attack, right?
I mean, if you're throwing it or not placing it, then it's
Bouncing off.
good. It's bouncing, etc. I mean, it's going to do some damage to the structure. It may or may not destroy it, depending on how strong it is. Alternatively, if you could place it strategically on it and then set it off, it's going to do far more damage.
Right.
Okay.
Ultimately, we got to get a visual of what it is and whether or not the Skaven are aptly or not.
So we need to be able to stealth you up there without alerting the stupid rats.
Right. From what the
What the hell are we gonna do then?
I'm super stealthy. You saw me in that cavern.
from what the elf
Exactly. You didn't see me.
from what the elf heard, it sounded like they were within maybe 10 yards around the corner.
God, if only.
Okay.
Ew.
Because of the cavern's design and layout and everything, you can't hear them until you're closer to the corner. Where you guys are at, it just all like I said, all the sound just dissipates into the cavern.
What I was originally thinking is we wipe out them,
I take it.
we blow it up, and go.
You lay down in the sludge.
I'm already fucking filthy.
There's only a dozen. Shouldn't be that
I
hard.
still
Will the
wouldn't do that.
explosion? Will the explosion lock us in here?
Shouldn't.
Well, I mean, we just crawled through quite a bit of
Well, yes, but
Unsafe
we're
terrain.
also blowing up the explosives a decent bit far away. I mean, we're having quite a bit of distance going over there also.
the door.
We need TNT.
Hey,
That's what you're napping.
we're bored.
What?
That's what you're napping.
You ready to kill some serious evil and chaos?
Sure.
Provides a pillow-like surface.
I guess I'm not getting paid.
Squish the turds together.
We want to get paid.
Soft and warm.
Never mind.
How much you want?
I don't know.
So, I mean, with some organization, you could position you guys in a certain line of order of operation on the ledge, if that's what you want to do. Or you can try a stealth attack of some form and place the bomb if your focus is destroying this wench.
I hate having out of character knowledge that would save our entire group.
Just forget the knowledge.
Well, I already have. I'm serious. I'm acting like I don't know it. So I look at you and say, still, give me the. What if you just tied the bombs together? Will this one bomb going off set off your others?
No.
In an exponential explosion?
I wouldn't think so. But
Probably not.
So once again, make a
You, well, let me amend that. Setting up, having a bag full of bombs and having one lit in there going off probably would not set them off because of the casing and so forth. Now, you could arm them such that you tie the fuses together so that you light one fuse and they all go off mostly at the same time. Absolutely.
Are you saying? Okay. I'm not going to get into my knowledge of explosives.
I understand that.
So
I was just about to sit there and argue too. I've seen it firsthand.
I was going to say I have done it firsthand.
I fully understand that, and real world stuff.
You don't need to
not a
explain
problem.
it. You're good. You're good. You're absolutely fantastic. With it. I'm good.
In the defense of the system, though, in Sean's point of view,
We don't need to.
We're defending it now.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. We're good.
I gave you options.
I still feel that you need to create a wick system. Create a wick system. Tell me where to place it as best you know, and let me go place
Drop
it.
the glass.
You light it as I go.
Okay.
Okay.
That'd be last.
I think that's our best option.
Yes.
Like I said, the longest you could get with the fuses is a theoretical 3 rounds.
So my only concern is your mind.
What do you mean?
You go across the corner, you set the bomb, you see the Skaven, they get angry, and then you get angry.
And then you're just standing over the bombs.
Bring it! Boom!
Fall off the ledge.
No.
That didn't work.
What you need to do is like step forward so the explosion's behind you.
Seeing the enemy does not
And it looks cool.
fill me with the anger that you're there has to be a threat. They have to come at me. There has to be danger. I mean, come on now.
Presumably when the
I
bomb goes off.
I know, but I sat there at the top of the building. I saw the undead. No issue. I didn't feel that. I mean, I wanted to kill him, but that's not the point.
So
I want to kill him.
Oh,
You see me killing him right now? He's look at me. He's right there. I could shoot him in the head, and he wouldn't even be able to do anything.
how heavy are they? Bombs. The bomb.
I'm just like,
I can shoot the halfling right now.
One no encumbrance. You have a heavy crossbow, right?
In theory,
No.
if I can get there without
You
being
can't fire
detected.
it.
Yeah, they're effectively like a baseball-sized iron ball.
If I can get there
They're
without
going to
being
probably weigh a
detected.
couple of pounds.
I don't see an issue with them even knowing I'm there.
Yeah, and I mean the bomb will do fear effect, just like how black powder is
So,
effective.
the only worry I have is the ledge that we spill out onto. Is it solid stone or is it more of the... So where does the wooden scaffolding start?
Around the winch, go to the winch itself, but the winch is planted onto the stone.
Okay. So I'm not going into the room to get to the winch.
No, you're on a ledge over the cavern with some scaffolding around. Now the bomb, from the looks of it, is almost certainly going to destroy the scaffolding. Okay. It may or may not do complete damage to the winch mechanism and the wheel. It won't break the chain, but if you do enough damage to the wheel, the weight of it will crush the rest of it. Okay, but you will absolutely be exposed to whatever's within that
When
channel.
it goes off.
Well, you'll be exposed depending on your stealth even before that. I mean, if you're walking up with a lit bomb, they're not subtle.
Could you just light the scaffolding on fire?
No, that won't help. Scaffolding is very easily replaced.
And the area here is far too damp. It wouldn't burn easily.
Okay.
I mean, the damage is going to come from the explosive effect of a high explosive weapon.
Yeah, I mean, this is a dwarven
I wish I had one.
Pacific bomb. It's not your regular bombs. It's a
Yeah.
Pacific high explosive.
Right. But I mean, it's a black powder fuse. It sparks and smokes and pops and everything. It's not subtle
Does
at
your
all.
fuse work under
Water?
Water?
No.
What would that do?
So you can swim over there.
No, I would.
Fill the cavern with water?
It would be completely concealed as I went up there. It wouldn't be shedding off light. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, fuses, you can.
These
do all
days,
types of
absolutely,
wonderful
they're
stuff
sealed.
with them. Right.
Old-fashioned black powder, no such luck.
I agree.
Are we willing to put it inside?
I didn't know if
the
dwarves had some fancy way of doing it. So
We've traveled like hours from where we first started, and
how
we
important
are
is this? to
really
you?
about to turn around.
Destroying the wench? I think it should be like one of our priorities. Because I mean, we're not going deeper
Do you have a
without
better idea?
reinforcements.
Either you go up or I go up to plant that bomb.
Well, I'll go up there.
Whichever one of us goes up, and I guarantee with you, you might get stopped before you get to the wench to plant the bombs, and now you won't even be able to light it.
Could you use a stormliner to hood the explosive? Yes, you would boost the stormliner, but you could also hood and reduce the noise of said explosive.
I'll look in the tunnel. And it might give a more concussive force.
What?
We could do that.
You also get shrapnel from the stormliner.
But we'd have to be very careful because the wick overlaps itself. Matt doesn't know this. My character rather doesn't know this.
But I would know.
Yeah.
He would know it, and that's why I'm saying the fuses. Even if you just have a straight thing, it doesn't burn at a fixed rate.
I get it. we had to not only learn how to explode things, but create our own fuses and all types of wonderful shit.
They're very unpredictable.
They are. I get it.
So,
could've
but
gone
if you
and
want
done
to,
with
I
it.
mean, could you take apart your storm
Oh,
lantern,
you're
put the
done
bomb
with it?
inside of it, so you have some shield?
No, like
Sure, I don't
real
see a
life.
problem with
Not
that.
anymore.
It's
I
not
was-
going to have
I
any
was in Delta.
significant difference as far
No,
as the damage or the
not
effect.
necessarily,
It'll still make
like
just as much
I'm
noise.
not-
Your
I
lantern will be
should have.
destroyed.
I
I mean-
think he was trying to get more of the fact
D&D.
that it will conceal
I did a lot of
or
wonderful stuff.
silence the fuse burning.
Burning,
It
that's all I
would-
care about.
It would presumably conceal some of the light, but most of the fuse is going to be a whole lot of smoke and and the loud sizzling and burning of it. Like I said, it's pretty difficult to hide a black powder fuse.
We need to find some way.
Not to mention you're holding this
As
flaming thing.
as the dwarf is explaining this all to me,
I could attempt.
we need to
push
find
you.
some way to get from here to what?
I could attempt to silence you. Silence the sound coming from that area.
You have the means of silent sound.
Yeah.
Why the hell hasn't anybody? Why haven't you said that before?
He's done it a couple times.
yeah.
That's how I got through the cave.
I mean, he cast it on you the other day.
What?
Earlier today.
He never heard that.
Someone shoot it. Okay. Then, if that's the case, why don't we get the road warden and the dwarf silenced? Send them forward to fight off, to hold off the rats. Well, no, it's gonna have to be the halfling and the road warden to go up forward.
Send the halfling.
Yes, to
They're all
fight off the
burglars,
rats.
right?
Why do you have to give me the halfling?
Have you seen him with that dagger? He killed a demon. He's ready.
He's obviously your strongest fighter.
Then why not just send him?
I mean, in theory, what you could do if you are good at your casting, stuff like that,
Yeah,
which is very debatable. The last time you casted pretty good after an hour.
It took him quite a while to cast the spell
But
last time.
In theory, you can increase the radius of it. So when we go across the way, you get you encompass basically the Skaven and the wench. Then what we can do is we turn the corner. One bomb goes to the Skaven. One bomb then starts getting placed at the winch. And while the Skaven's dealing with, they just got hit by a bomb, and the fear factor of that is it has the fear trait. You're placing the bomb, and they're scattered, and we're not alerting anyone else in the overall area.
I somewhat agree. They would also realize that they're not making any sound and they can no longer hear anything.
Well, no, because you can hear sound from outside. You don't know.
Until it's within the radius.
Within the radius, you
I could hear
outside
everybody
in.
fine.
Yeah,
They
what
can
I'm
hear
saying,
me.
it depends on how big the radius is
Yeah.
with the effect.
Well, yes.
But yes, if they get within that ring, they're going to realize suddenly, I can't hear my guy squeaking at me. Something's up.
Yeah, that's my thing. If you got a big enough radius, and we got over there, you can encompass the Skaven, and even if they realize or whatever, by the time they're realizing it, the bomb's already probably being thrown toward them.
Got it. You're right.
And we're just really to try to stop extra dudes coming in from their areas or alerting someone. It would be my idea, but that requires you casting it well.
I generally agree. Now, I will say, nobody stand near the ledge when I do this.
We were all on the ledge.
Well, yes, but nobody is in between me and the cliff.
I volunteer the mage to stealth forward.
Hey,
If
now
we're
it
on
really
the
is
ledge,
like that one with a torch.
Here's the cliff face. Here's the group. I don't want someone in between me, and the cliff face.
There won't be anybody between you and the cliff face because it's a single file.
Okay, then fine.
There will be people either between you and the Skaven along the cliff face or behind you along the cliff face.
It's fine.
But it's
As long
otherwise
as-
single file.
As long as no one's gonna get pushed off if I screw up.
They might.
They might, but it reduces the chances of someone getting shoved
Sure.
directly off the cliff.
Sure.
You guys good with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's not here to.
The math. I mean, you can. So I mean, it's a CN2, and what's the base radius of the spell?
It's a CN2. The base radius is my willpower bonus.
And which is
5, probably 4 or 5.
I'm making sure about the spell. Our shadow.
so I mean at this point we're probably talking like a CN6 equivalent for the overcast to do to increase the radiuses.
One with AoE willpower bonus of 4.6, so 5. Which is 5 yards, so 5 yards. So you can stay within 15 feet of me. Base.
Well, if it's 4.6, it's 4. You round down.
It's just rounded down.
Then
But
you can stay within 4 yards.
With the base.
with the base.
But if you overcast, then you can increase the radius.
Base 12 feet of me.
Yeah, you increase the radius per its initial value each time you increase it. Which I mean, that's what our complaint was with Fireball, because you could just increase it 1 or 2 times, and because it's a circle, it's huge.
Mhm.
But
I'm less concerned about silence spells. They have less direct combat effect.
Yes. Yeah. Both yards. But I mean, we're talking probably like a CN6, the overcast, to get about the radius.
That's possible, given. That's very possible, given a channeling.
Give me the bombs.
So, do you want me to do this?
Who else can light those bombs?
Just me.
Well, anybody.
I mean,
light it.
anyone could. It could go off.
So light it right against the metal, right?
If I cast it on you, you can sprint.
What you do is you hold the fuse out like this, and you put the torch right in the middle. It lights it the best way.
When
It's
we
a
were
go
in,
both ways.
when we were on the bandit castle, my soldier lit a bomb and tossed it down the stairs.
Yep.
How fast can you move?
So
Gosh.
I
Heard
have
a lot of screams.
3 high explosives and 2 regulars.
My problem is once
Still in the tunnel.
we engage, shut him up.
Yeah, that poop pillow is cooled off by now.
Once we engage, there's no going back.
For me.
For any of us. Any of us outside of this hole. For any of us inside the hole, no less. Because they're escaping.
Does it look like it'll collapse on us?
What?
This tunnel.
No.
Can't
I
forget
already rolled that at the beginning. I'm not pulling a wizard again. I did roll this at the beginning.
Every one of us
It looks
smiled.
safe.
We're like,
Looks completely safe.
And that's literally, I looked at him like, Erdem. He's Erdem's speaking.
It's actually just been Erdem underneath.
But no, I asked that when I first came up with the plan for grenades. To my knowledge, it's completely safe.
Alright, we can do this.
Why he has incendiary bomb?
I mean, I
That
would
was
think
kind
so.
of the plan.
I mean, my point is, let's do exactly what you said. Screw the wench for now. Let's just kill them all.
Okay.
I let everybody ahead of me so I can fire from my position.
Okay, so from where you are on the ledge, there's no position that you'll be able to get more than just the winch and a little bit into the rim. You can't see the rim very clearly at all. So anybody that's fighting on the scaffolding edge or on the scaffolding itself, you can shoot.
Who's going first?
So are we using
I am.
the explosives or no?
I'm going to be using 1 explosive to enter the thing.
Then do you want me to cast?
Well, assuming if that's what we want to do.
Do you want me to hush you then? So you can get close?
You won't be able to hush me because I'm never willing.
You can be willing.
Not with his magic resistance.
Per his definition, I can never be willing.
I thought
Then I can cast it on myself and move with you.
Sure. You absolutely can do that. He can be in the area of effect. That's not a problem.
You can, but I mean, the main thing is the bomb has to be in the radius.
Right.
Not
The bomb
me
makes the explosion.
throwing it.
Put it on the bomb then.
Can't put it on the bomb. It has to be a person.
Yeah. That's the only.
It has to have a large enough area to
Put silence
encompass wherever he's going to put the bomb.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I would
Put
agree
silencer on the bomb.
if you have a large silence area and I'm a rat or anybody and I'm talking with people and suddenly things go silent, my initial response is not going to be, I'm under attack, let me draw swords. I'm going to be, oh my god, what's going on?
Mhm.
It's confusion for at least a round or two. That'll give you a sense of surprise.
But they're not going to go silent.
They will if the radius is big enough that he can throw a bomb into the
They're
midst.
still going to hear each other. I mean, it will be a.
No, they
It will
won't.
be a what? Yes.
You still do, yes.
I
You
can
still
shoot,
hear each other.
I can choose the
Oh,
configuration.
okay, yeah. In that case, they wouldn't even notice it.
That's what I was saying. It's like if you have a big enough
Yeah.
radius, they won't
Everything
even notice
outside
it.
of it.
Okay, yeah. I was
No.
thinking more limited on the definition.
Remember, I was
Yeah.
sitting around the
Issue
call
again,
saying
though.
things. Nobody could hear a word I said. I heard myself.
Mhm.
Nobody.
Okay, so
Wouldn't
what
they
you
still
were trying to
feel the
do is
vibration
cause
of
the
the
explosion to
explosions,
happen inside the radius. So
That was the original idea.
Right.
okay.
I mean,
I understand
getting the
now.
CNs required is quite risky.
Okay. Well, no. What you have to do, even if it's a short thing, he just has to run towards where you're putting the bomb.
I mean,
Put it on me.
work.
Put it on me.
I'm not gonna yell out Akbar.
He's gonna run forward anyways.
Put it on me.
He'll put on the halfling just
Put
straight
it
the
on
radius
me.
instead.
Okay.
I'll follow the word.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, you're actually pretty common at running straight into combat.
I am not common. I've done it twice now.
You've done it 2 times in a row,
Matt,
and the
We should
only
put on
times I've
halfling
seen you
and
The halfling
straight the
wants to go
radius
first?
instead, increase it.
Just
For the record.
to address one thing, you already acknowledged it, but you explode the bombs. Sure, they may not hear it, but they're gonna feel it.
Well, we've only blown up one. And, I mean, us attacking them anyway, say there's a dozen, one's probably going to get away anyway, regardless to get out. And we're not planning on sticking around here after we finish them off.
Okay, I'm confused. Are you planning on throwing the bomb in the mix of them?
Yes. One bomb's going to go in the mix of them. When we clear them out, we're going to blow up the winch and then head out.
Okay, I'll be in the hole.
I'm
Might as
fully
well
fine
head
with this
back.
plan.
I can't find my way back.
I marked it for you. Come on now.
All right,
It's clear.
I can follow
Yeah.
the cockroach.
Yeah. I left a dead cockroach at every turn.
I can work on casting on
Just don't go with the living ones.
I can work on casting it on the door, on the elf.
Do that.
As long as we're all cool with the plan.
Okay, so you're doing your intent for the silence is everything originating within the circle cannot go out of the circle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how the spell works.
Well, no, there's 3 options.
Yeah,
there's
Yeah, there's you can either
no
have
sound is made inside the circle, no sound can leave the circle, or no sound can enter the circle.
right. That's what I was trying to figure out which option he was using.
Has to be a willing target still?
That you cast it on, yes.
Okay.
The center point has to be a person that's willing.
Yeah, so you can't like completely silence a wizard.
Right.
But I could cast it on someone fighting the wizard to silence the area.
Sure.
But
So my thing was just go for the base cast so the elf and me can go up there basically uncontested.
Mhm.
My goal would be as I'm rounding the corner, I would light the fuse and throw it into the crowd I see, and pull out my axe and shield and get to somewhere where it's so people can funnel in to the area and start fighting.
Sure.
Depending on how much room there is.
Yeah, yeah. Naturally,
you
you
guys discussing this.
Yeah.
Makes you think they're still there?
Well, we'll find out.
Yep.
because it's not a stressful situation, could I channel
Ready?
with the plus 20
I've
average?
been ready.
Right behind me. Or
it
right
is a
behind?
stressful
Sure,
situation.
And magic is always challenging.
Do you want to be in front of
First
me? or
off,
behind
second off, it's
Behind.
it's as soon as you guys go into the sewers, it's
me? Yeah,
stressful.
crossbow ready?
Got it.
Yeah, I've had it ready.
Do you
I
have
need
a
to
shield?
channel once
Yes.
just to make sure I don't
I-
screw up the spell super
It's gonna be a tough fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
You sure you don't want to go in shield and sword
Alright.
first?
Okay,
I'm good.
I'm dead.
no problem. You got +1.
I'm so dead.
You'll be fine.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I only have
I'm
14
fine with
hit
that.
points.
Yeah, but you have
You
fate
give your cloak also, so I mean, effective.
Maybe.
and fortune.
No,
Maybe.
it's a CN
I have
3.
this many of each.
Minus 1 for the cloak.
I only have one of them.
It did it again.
Okay, so you rolled an 81.
I don't have an 81 skill, I have a 61 skill.
It rolled a 61 though.
Right, you rolled a 61, and then you added 2 success levels, 1 for your channeling and 1 for your cloak.
Yes. Which means I did
Failed
not
to cast.
succeed.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
try again.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's automatic.
Hey,
It's automatic.
have your apprentice cast it on us? I mean, dear God, he's got to be better than you.
I don't think he's taught in magic.
No.
He just learned this morning.
Well, still.
Okay.
Okay, so you got +3 on the second channeling as you refocus.
Fireball.
You really gotta stop hitting her elbow then. Because I know that hurt.
Okay. Versus your 61, you got another plus
succeeded.
3, so that gave you 6 successes over, unless you added the 3 in. No, you didn't, because it's so you got 6 successes plus the one for the cloak is 7 compared to the 3 casting number. So 4 points over, so you get 2 overcast options. So you want to do target, duration, or range. You do 3 targets at 4 minutes, or 2 targets at 8 minutes. I think, unless you can't add multiple effects.
You can't.
Yeah. So targets or duration, or area.
Area.
Okay. So
I don't know why this, but I know for sure you can increase the AoE.
I'm sure you can. Okay. So instead of 4, you're going to do 8 to 12 yards.
Yeah, it'll be a 12-yard radius.
Okay. So the wizard claims you are now silent. Nobody can verify it, however, because you can all hear sound normally.
It's like a 70-foot circle. That's
Thad,
pretty
you
good.
are increasingly nervous as he spends the last minute or so casting spells.
I back down the hallway.
You don't really have anywhere to go.
The hole.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
thought, am I still in the
You're
hole?
nobody's ever given you room. You've just been laying there on that poop pillow.
As soon as he starts casting, I start backing up.
At least
Okay.
it's a warm
It's all
pillow.
solidified at this point. You have to break through the casing and
We
everything.
have a very
Yeah,
small.
Oh, like a fucking M&M.
You got to peel it off.
Ew.
All right, we have a very small time limit. Let's do this.
You got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so my understanding is the elf and the dwarf are going to go forward. Presumably the dwarf first with you, and then you're going to follow behind him.
Yes, my crossbow loaded and ready.
behind him.
Okay, so
That was close.
if you're going after the dwarf, that'll leave you 12 yards. Yeah, you can probably all fit within the radius. That's not a problem. So dwarf, elf, Ben,
Person.
2 wizards, and
Regular
then
old
the halfling
person.
is going to stay in the tunnel for now.
I'm a regular person.
Okay.
So the wizard can contribute.
Yes.
The other wizard.
I'm the most normal person
Well,
here.
Why
He
is he
will-
taking up space?
He will protect me in case.
He needs to
situations
contribute,
go-
otherwise he's not going to gain any experience.
Yes, but I mean, if
He
he's
will-
going to be in the back of the combat, not fighting or anything, he's just taking up space for us to withdraw. And what I'm saying is, if he's going to go into the combat and take up a slot in the walkway,
I understand
He's
what
getting
you're
shoved.
saying, and I have to think.
He's providing yet another option when they shoot into the crowd.
No, that's going to get that.
I mean, that's
going
perfectly
to get
fine.
that
I mean, if he
soundboard, so
goes in
whenever
there with a
one
sword,
of us
he's
fall
ever
off,
straining the sword.
he
I'm
puts it in
perfectly
the
fine
video.
with him going in there. But I mean, he does, from what I'm aware of, at least, he doesn't have
No,
any
how many
magic
screens?
training.
How many
And if
screens?
he's going to be hanging out in the back with you, he's not doing anything.
How many screens instead?
How many what?
Hail Mary. Scream.
Oh.
I don't know how to do it though.
The
Wil-
Wilhelm scream?
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm. Sorry.
Fine.
That was Hail Mary. No. Okay.
I'll tell him to
Well-
stay behind.
Okay,
Wilhelm.
he'll stay to protect the halfling.
The halfling's gonna. Okay. Is he out of the tunnel? So
Yes.
I'm the only one still in the tunnel.
With the apprentice that's right outside the tunnel.
Okay. I will come outside the tunnel
Mhm.
because I can't shoot from inside the tunnel at the mouth opening, right?
Correct.
You see his slings to go.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. That's exactly what I
If
was
it
gonna
was a slingshot, maybe.
do. All right. I will literally stand in the hole.
Right at the entrance to it.
Yeah. Like here's the hole. I'm
Yeah,
standing
next
right
to the
here.
wizard,
Sling just.
who at least
Ready to go.
provides for one round of
You
defense
thinking
until
M&M.
he gets killed, and then they eat you.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I
The
don't
thingy
need
Dude, if it
to-
comes down to that, I'm eating
I
myself
don't
off
mean
the fucking
to
ledge.
exclude
No.
your apprentice. And again, he's perfectly
understand the issue.
he's perfectly capable going up there and attacking with the sword, just like how
He doesn't have
anyone else is.
He doesn't have a
I'll
sword.
give him a weapon.
I have a dagger.
A
Yeah,
hand
the
weapon's a hand weapon.
Yeah, the weapon doesn't matter. It's whether or not you're fine with him going up there and attacking things. And I don't want it to be we're going up around the corner. You get in defensive position. Your apprentice is right next to you,
Yeah.
not contributing.
He needs the training.
Okay.
Can you provide him a weapon?
Yeah, I'll give him an axe.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I have 3, so
Like I said, as long as he is
I have
subject
one.
to taking attacks and blocking space, which is what George is concerned of, he's contributing. Whether you choose to attack with him or not, he gets the experience. If all he does is hang out in the back and not do anything, he's not really there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain Thad will only wait so long before he charges in.
Yeah, whatever. He's gonna run away like usual.
He's the rear guard for when the rat ogre comes up behind you.
Right. That's the only reason why I stand by the tunnel. Red Ogre's not making it through.
Yes. Okay. So with the protection of the silence spell, most of the group works their way up along the tunnel. Conveniently, somebody's tied a rope to the thing, so you have a little bit of handhold most of the way.
I wonder who did that.
As the group heads off, they get about 12 yards ahead of the two of you, and the whole place goes silent. No sound of the dwarf or anything else, just the sounds of your own breathing in the void. Anything you want to do?
Well, yeah, that lasts for 4 minutes. Space.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
You're currently by yourself at the tunnel at this point.
Especially in combat.
No, he went with him.
Wild.
Yep, I gave him an axe.
You're the only one back here. It's all silent and dark, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no light sources.
Yeah, I got my lantern back.
Yeah, the only sound you're hearing is the whispering.
Do you have dark vision?
He does.
I have my vision.
Okay. So you can maneuver. That's not an issue, but you got your 30 yards or 20 yards or whatever, and then blackness.
30.
That's hilarious. If we all die, how long would you last eating poop and bugs?
He already said he can't get out.
Yeah,
He can't navigate or track.
Hey, you got a dog. You can track.
Is the
Dog's
dog's
not
not down
Wait,
here?
yeah, the dog.
He never made it over the fucking wall.
Yeah, oh, wait, yeah.
He's now a stray in Middenheim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna last long.
Meanwhile, we go back to Biscuit.
Elsewhere in Middenheim, Biscuit continues the investigation.
I can't remember Age's character's name. Age's character sitting there, and then Biscuit comes up. Wait, what's up, buddy? Where the hell?
Biscuit and Andy.
Yeah.
Bounty hunter and investigative dog. He's wearing a little Sherlock Holmes hat with a monocle.
That's great.
I smell
great.
trouble afoot.
Oh shit.
What can I say? Paw.
I'll stay out of the zone of silence, right?
But you gonna follow?
But I'm gonna follow. I want to be able to hear what's
You have
going
this
on.
huge 2-foot wide ledge to walk under.
No, he said it was 6 foot wide.
The ledge is about 3 feet.
Oh, 3 feet.
3 feet, which
I'm
for
only
you is
3
big.
Yeah,
Look at the
I
size.
told him, I was like, that's the equivalent of a 6 foot
Yeah,
wide ledge. for
you
one of
got
us.
you got lots of rooms. For them, it's pretty narrow when they're trying to run.
I'm still gonna try to hug the wall.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna rub my
well,
shoulder.
you have an unknown height off to your left.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
No, it's not an unknown. It's exactly the right height to kill me if I need to,
probably.
so I don't get eaten alive.
So you're trying to stay specifically out of the zone of silence.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna use stealth.
If you want to hear what's in, you have to be slightly in the radius. I think you're confused on the.
No.
Yeah, the
Well,
only
I
ones that are
understand.
ones that are silent are the ones that are in the circle.
I understand that.
Okay.
But if you're in the circle, can you hear out of the circle?
Yes, you can hear
Oh,
everything.
Fuck, then I
else.
stay in the circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you want to be slightly.
Like
Yeah, I'll
the
try
way
to
they
stay within the edge
the way
of the
they
circle.
have silence defined, it's kind of confusing compared to previous editions, where normally it's a radius and everything within it makes no noise whatsoever, so you can't even talk to each other. In this, it's a bubble. You can talk fine, and everybody in the circle can talk fine, but nobody outside of the circle can hear you.
But you can hear everything just fine.
You can hear
outside.
everything coming from the outside.
Okay.
In the option he chose.
Think of it like one-way glass.
Yeah. Then yes, you want to be
There's a
with
problem
you want to be
with
with the group.
Because the radius is so large, we may end up getting within range of them
Yeah, that's the point.
before we realize we're within range. Because
Yes.
it'll go through walls and shit.
Yes,
right?
but they don't realize there's any difference because they can still hear everything.
Yeah, but once the bad guys come within the bubble,
They can hear
us.
you, absolutely.
Yeah.
Our goal was
Get
we're
as
gonna
close
drop,
as you
we're
can.
gonna drop the bomb on them, and the bomb will be completely silent. We won't get any other danger.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the
Okay.
bomb. Yeah, the bomb won't alert any reinforcements.
Yes.
I mean, it's not going to be silent. It's still going to be really loud inside the bubble.
Okay.
So,
I'll stay inside the bubble.
okay.
Just
So
on the edge and stay away from him.
yeah, you follow the group near the back like I expected you probably would end up doing so. Okay. You guys have any light? Anybody not able to see?
I think Andy's the only one that can't.
Andy's the only one that's
Yeah.
blind.
I
So
have
say
my-
Andy, he didn't show up. Okay. So you guys move down the tunnel, head around the corner, and jump out to engage. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight because it's 10:40. And we will pick this up next time, which I assume everybody will be here.